Hey y'all, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Happy New Year. I feel like this is the first time I'm actually getting to go live. I'm so sorry for those of you who were expecting me to go live the other day. I had literally I woke up, pressed my laptop was completely gone, the screen was like blank, and there was nothing I could do. The screen was completely gone, so I had to get myself a new laptop. So I have a new laptop now, so I'm going to be going live a little bit more often for you guys. If you guys are just coming in, please hit that like button as you come in, because this was not planned at all, so that other people can actually find the content. So yes, please hit that like button. So a couple of days ago, I wanted to go live to play the video that Marsau and Tisha did when they went live and do my reactions to it. So that is what I want to do for you guys today. I also want to talk a little bit about some of the things that have happened in the Huntsville streets. I also want to talk a little bit about what has been happening with Phaedra and Dr. Heavenly. Now, I know that it has been a couple of days since the live that Tisha and Marceau did. So I don't know if you guys still want me to talk about that. Could you please just let me know in the live chat if you want to see it, if you want to see my reactions? We go through the video together. I pause and I talk about it. Let me know in the comment section below, or in the live chat rather. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to just like let me know if you guys want to see the video. I have the full live of Tisha and Marceau basically talking about production. Now, for those of you who have watched one of the recent videos I did in relation to that, you would see that I had a lot to talk about, but I did want to go through it with you guys today. Just so you guys can like watch the video for yourself and see it for yourself. But I also wanted to use the opportunity to flag some things that had come up as well. So if you want to see the video, just say one in the chat. You guys, please just type one in the chat so I know you guys want to see the video. If not, I will just give you guys my commentary, and then I'll talk about Phaedra and Dr. Heavenly. So just hit one in the chat if you guys want to see me talk about, if you guys want to see me talk about and play the video of Marsau and Tisha pretty much exposing production. To give you some context about some of the things they said, if you have not heard already, they were basically calling production lazy without calling production lazy. Marsau in particular was very, very adamant that if he was a lazy producer, it would be out here doing something in particular, which is like relying on social media to create the content for the channel essentially. So I actually think it would be a good thing for us to watch. Um oh, hey Didi. Hey, hi, welcome everyone. Hit that like button. Regina says one. Okay, so Regina wants me to go through the video and play it for you guys and talk through it in real time. Um how about you guys? Anyone else? Okay, I see another one in the chat. Okay. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. So I'm going to play it for you guys. I'm going to be pausing it in between so I can talk over it. Now, the first thing I need to do is put that banner up. Everything I say in this video is alleged, in my own opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. But we are going to get into it because I think a lot has to be said about Letitia and Marceau. Especially, I think the timing is interesting to me. Now, what I want you guys to do is, even as we play the video, please continue to leave your comments in the chat so that we can sort of go through your comments in between and at the end. Also, I'm going to ask you guys, whoever is just coming in, please hit that like button as you come in. Now, let's get into it. So one thing I just need to quickly do is write that in the video. Give me a second. Please hit that. You guys, I do not have moderators, so I got to do it myself. Is it that like button as you come in? So sorry if I'm a little bit slow. I just want to put that and just keep that in the chat so that anyone that comes in can see it. Okay, let's play this video and get into it. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear it. So at the moment, there really shouldn't be much. It should be just Marsau trying to get Tisha. Aha.
So make
So
sure
let me know if
you
you guys
instruct your
can
woman
see
to
and
cook.
hear
I
it
don't care
in
what
the
she got
chat.
to do.
Please.
Stop it. I don't care what she got to do. All right.
I'm loving all this pink and green out here. I see y'all.
It's almost y'all time, ain't it, babe?
Looks like you
Yes,
guys get
almost
into it.
J15. What
We
it
do not
is? I gotta
have
make this
all
post because we
day,
have something black for
or do
us.
we?
It's day 15. All right. Are y'all entertained? How's everything, man? Y'all liking the season so far? Let's see the comments. I want to see if y'all liking the season. Tisha, what's for dinner?
Just basic baked chicken, green beans, rice with the gravy on top. Yes, J15 around the corner, baby. Yes.
How do you cook the rice?
Bake. Well, I got some cooking in the crock pot too because, yeah, my son told me he can't eat fried food anymore, y'all, because he started back with track. So.
You know, I really don't like that kind.
I'm not being funny, but I really don't want to hear that. So I'm gonna
get into it a little bit. I got a chance to watch last night's scene, and I wanted to know how y'all liking it. I mean, are y'all entertained? Is this the kind of entertainment you guys are looking for? In terms of, I just watched the last couple minutes of it between us and Martell. Come and sit down. Is this what you guys are?
This what you came to see?
Is this what you came to see, baby? Is that what love and marriage to African American?
I have to pause it here because I feel like it's funny that they want to kind of play in our faces and be like, is this what you guys want to see? Well, how about you do what you guys do, show you guys' reality, and then we'll get behind it, right? If we like it, we do. If we don't like it, we'll click on and watch something completely different. So all this is this what you want to see business. It's given you guys do not like how you guys were portrayed. And you're upset because people were clowning Marceau for the way he handled dealing with Martell. I personally feel like he didn't protect his wife enough. Tisha was over there looking crazy and pretending to be on her phone whilst Marceau was just there. Like, why did you need to have Tisha present? Why did you need to have Tisha out here looking like a fool? She didn't have to be in that scene. She could have completely been in a different scene with the girlies. She didn't have to be there while she were talking to Martell, knowing fully well that Martell is going to say something disrespectful and you're not going to defend her. It's like, why try to embarrass her when you're not going to do anything to defend her? It's insane to me. But anyways, let's keep going.
American couples revitalizing their community. Well, is that what you came to see?
And this is why we're asking these questions, because we're getting ready to start back filming next season.
Are we living separately? That's such a dumb question. Hey, no. I just want to say something real quick. Guys, outside of television, I'm not really an asshole. I'm a dick. And I can tell you right now, jokes will be given out. So if you want to ask stupid questions that you got from YouTube, I'm here for it. And don't start all of that. He goes back and forth with women, because I don't know if you're a woman or not. But start the dumb shit,
Let's keep it cute. So anyways, y'all, we're about to start back filming this next season. And after watching last night's episode, we was like, are we on the right track? Like, we want to make sure that...
I'm not being funny. How many seasons did it take you guys to think, are you guys on the right track? I guess my question is, why now? Is it because there's something that has happened behind the scenes that is making you guys worried that people are not going to watch? In it, for example, there's been a lot of rumors that Melody Cherie is no longer coming back. Now, I don't know whether that is true or not, but what I do know is that she has been posting a lot of things on her stories, which give me the impression there's definitely, it's either she's leaving or maybe there is something else cooking in the works. So is that why Marsau and Tisha are suddenly wanting to speak up? Are they trying to completely change the facts or pretend like they didn't use the first few episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville like this season to call out the millimeters, to call them deplorables? It's like, why now? And this is the thing that concerns me. It's like it feels like it's very calculated, because if you guys remember, recently is only when Master started speaking out against the revenge P situation. This is not the first time we've heard about the revenge P. He is known about the revenge P allegedly for a while. Why wasn't he talking about it then? And I know some of you guys would be like, well, he's saying it now, and I appreciate it. You guys, if you've heard my commentary on it, you know I appreciate it. But at the same time, what is the motive? I can't be the only one that thinks what is the motive. But let's keep watching.
When we start back filming next week, we're really catering to our fan base. We was like, is this what the people came to Love and Marriage Huntsville to see? Like, I know, I'm tired.
Well, here's the thing. And a lot of guys, you might not know this, but you can call the Scots anything, but we're fast learners, okay? And so in reality, in real life, here's what goes on. And we've been doing this is going to be with our 10th season now, and it took us a little bit, I'll say 2 seasons to catch on, but right away, right when we start filming, because we're about to start filming coming up this next week, right when we're about to start filming for a new season, on comes the social media bullshit, okay? On comes people that just and traditionally, and I'm saying the Holtz because it used to be Melody and Martell. Now I kind of feel like it's more Martell. No, this not a slander. This is just what happens. You guys can go back and look at it. You can say right before we start filming, we start getting a lot of influx of bullshit on social media, right? And so we're like, what's going on?
You guys, I want to pause that there for a second because I want to ask, do you guys ever remember Melody ever coming out to say something sort of like before the season that has to do with the Scots, as opposed to her clearing her name? In my experience, it's always been her clearing up anything that has already been said about her on social media. But you guys can correct me and keep me honest in the comment section or in the live chat if I am wrong. But yeah, let's keep watching.
Going on. And then what we noticed is we start talking about that bullshit, right? And so it's like, damn. So now another season's coming up and we're looking at it and I'm looking like, I don't know about y'all, I don't have a lot of fun filming dumb shit. I don't have a lot of fun filming dumb shit because there's not a lot of win for it. There's not a lot of win for it. Here's the thing. Number one, guys don't go back and forth. That's the thing. All right. If you live in anywhere in Negroville, USA, or you know about African American men and the crime rates or men in general and the conflict, men don't traditionally go back and forth without something escalating, right? And they certainly don't do it week in and week out, week in and week out. So that's not a thing that is going to be something I want to engage in, right? And especially not when you're doing a TV show. This is work for us, right? And it's not real. It's not real. I mean, we're sitting like,
Did you guys hear that? It is not real. This is work for us. It is not real. This is the thing. How much disrespect is Carlos King's production going to take before he decides, let's do something different because this ain't working? Because if I had staff that are on my production team and they are coming out to say it's not real, what do you mean it's not real? Like, you don't need to be breaching the third or fourth wall or whatever it's called to come out here, excuse me, to be saying stuff like that. Now, is it just me or this has parallels to when Martell came out then and said he's an actor, film my real life or don't film me at all? Do you guys remember that? If you guys don't remember, I do. Because that's given he's indirectly saying it's not real. So what are we doing here? If it's not real, what are you guys doing on the show? If it's not real, are you guys saying that you guys are actors now? You guys are just showing up and giving us a scene just for vibes. It's like, if we're choosing to watch fiction, then we'll watch fiction. We do not want a reality TV show that is not real. So if you're out here saying, "Oh, it's not real, it's not this," now, of course, let's be clear. I understand there's a production element of it. Cameras are going to be set up, of course, to catch things, but the camera should be set up to catch things. It doesn't mean that we need to be creating things and creating storylines that are not true just because you want to give us content. The thing about it is the audience will always see through that BS. And for those of you who are just coming in, like I said, please hit that like button as you come in. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep going.
Think about this when we were filming, and they're like, "You can let somebody disrespect your wife." Like, guys, this is not fucking real. Like, you're not in danger. Like, no one's in danger. Like, what can you really do besides go to jail?
Okay, I'm gonna pause that. You can make sure that nobody is able to disrespect your wife, TV show, real life or not. There is no way you are telling me that you can't do something better. You can't even say things to defend your wife. Nobody is telling you to throw hands. I'm not out here telling you to throw hands. Now, if you want to throw hands, I don't think people would, but I'm not encouraging you to throw hands. All I'm saying is, don't leave your wife there looking unprotected. You have so much vim and energy for every time Marsau or Martell comes for you, but you don't have the energy when he comes for Tisha. And he knows you don't have that energy when he comes for Tisha. That's why he keeps doing it. He knows that you're not going to ride for Tisha, so he continues to disrespect Tisha. He knows that Tisha is the weakest link in the relationship, in my opinion, at least from the way he perceives it. Martell perceives it as, you, Marsau, are not going to stand up for your wife, and you're not going to let her speak up for herself. So the best thing to do is to come for Tisha, and he does it really well. And you continue to let this man embarrass your wife and not speak up. And then you say to us, what else can you do but go to jail? You could do a lot of things, like use your words. The same way you touched Martell and said you're better than him, you could have said, and don't you ever disrespect my wife again. If it's between both of us, we talk about both of us. Don't ever talk about my wife like that. But the reason you don't do that is because you don't have respect for your wife, and then you come out and disrespect your wife all of the time, and so everyone else does as well. Have you seen people that expect you to respect someone that they themselves don't respect? That's Marsau. You don't respect Tisha, so no one else will respect Tisha. And it's so sad. But anyways, let's keep watching.
Like, what can you really do? What can you really do? Tell somebody to shut up? They're not going to shut up. You're gonna have to physically make them shut up. And after you physically make them shut up, what's going to happen? That's an assault charge. All right?
Well, the content is real. Someone asked, like, how much of the content is real? The content is real.
No. That's not true. There's never a situation outside of cameras around us that you and I will be sitting next to Martell.
No.
Guys, we don't have cameras around us. When we go live at Black, when we go live at games, when we go live anywhere else, you never see that. You never see it. And so
my question is that a new thing, or has this always been the thing? Has it always been that you guys don't hang around with Martell or hang around Martell, or is this a new thing since Martell has taken it upon himself to be exposing you guys? That should be the question, in my opinion.
Listen, we're not trying to give away, we're not trying to break down the fourth wall. We're not trying to tell what's going to happen, right?
No. What we're saying, what we want to do is that we really wanted to talk to our fan base because we see what goes down on social media, and we're about to start back filming, and so we're like, listen, what are we gonna cover? Like, we want to show what's really going on with us. We want our fans to really see, what's going on. Like, We're tired of feeling like we have to dumb ourselves down to entertain the black community. We tired of
Wait. Did she just say we're tired of having to dumb ourselves down to make it okay for the black community or whatever, to impress the black community? Girl, you ain't got to do none of that. A lot of us are very well educated and do not want to be seeing nonsense on our TVs. Actually, we would like to see black excellence. So, no, you don't have to dumb yourself up for us. You have to dumb yourself down for your producers. We do not have nothing to do with that, because if the producers were listening to us, then they wouldn't be putting out the kind of content they have been putting out all these years. Let's not act like we haven't told these people so many times. We've told them so many times the kind of content we like, and there was the Black House for a while. There's been so much that has been done by the fan base to clarify the sort of content we want to see. Yet, they ignore us. So, what or that? And for me, this is what annoys me, right? Because this seems very disingenuous. You're being dishonest when you're coming at the fans and making it seem like we're the ones that are making you guys want to dumb down yourselves, when in reality, that's your production. Like, what I'm thinking about is the clip that always says, like, it's like, talk to me direct. No, they go through the corners, because it feels like you're going through the corners to talk about, like, how you feel. Oh, the fans are trying to dumb you down, but in reality, what you want to say is Carlos King, allegedly. It's like, call out the names of who you're trying to talk about. Don't be out here blaming the fans. What did the fans do to y'all? But try to support and be disappointed in the kind of content that you guys keep giving us. But anyways, let's keep watching.
people keep telling us, well, drama sell. And it's like,
who keeps telling y'all drama sells? It ain't us. That sounds like a production thing to me. It ain't us. That sounds like production. So no, don't be out here trying to blame the fans when you should be blaming Carlos King, when you should be blaming production, in my opinion.
We have real drama.
No, not just that, Drama sells only to a certain group of ignorant people. If they just constantly need drama in their life and drama in their life, it only caters to one small demographic. The rest of the people actually logged in to see other stuff. Now you can have a healthy dose of drama inside of it, but you don't have to have drama all the time. It's just junk food all the time. And
I'm gonna pause that there because I want to say this. Marsau is right. I feel like on this channel, and I can speak for myself, right? Every time I come on to the show to watch the show, the reason I watched the show wasn't about drama. I watched the show because I wanted to see a balance. But the problem is production has not been giving us that balance at all. So who are we to blame? You can't be out here blaming the fans when it's like production are the ones putting you up to what you guys are doing. So that ain't got nothing to do with us. Renita is saying, I think they want to blame CK Productions but can't. I completely agree with you. And that's why I say it feels like they want to say A, but they're saying B because they know to say A means they may be out of a job. And when we continue to watch, you guys will see a part where someone said to them they should come off the show. And if you saw the reaction to that, it was clear that they have no intention of leaving the show. That show probably gives them a good check and they're refusing and do not want to leave the show. So what I feel like they're trying to do is they're trying to garner some sympathy, some support from the fans, so that hopefully that can redirect production and how CK tries to do it. Because I think deep down they're running scared. I feel like they feel that the new season is going to be about Marsau's infidelities, allegedly, in my opinion. And they are running scared and do not want that to happen. So now is the time for them to try to switch up the narrative, or at least try to make sure that that does not happen. So now they want to use the same people they called the deplorables. are the same people they want to be the soldiers marching in front for them against Carlos King. But if I were y'all, I would stay out of it. Ain't nobody gonna call me deplorable and then I'll be out here fighting your battles. No, thank you. If you're just coming in, please hit that like button. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep going.
People say, how come y'all don't film this? Well, this season we filmed me going to Kimmy's, doing Kimmy's build out. That didn't show. We showed Tisha and I going on dates. That didn't show. We showed really sweet, really nice moments.
We had some moments because
never shows.
If you guys have been following us on the show, you guys know that. And sometimes the fans call it out and I'm like, hey, they hit the nail on the head with that. You guys can look at certain things and be like, Tisha and Marsau are not connecting right there. And it has been moments that we have not been connecting while filming the television show.
You're supposed to, we want to see your most authentic selves.
We're ourselves, y'all. I don't know.
You can't be your authentic self when you get edited out to be fit in the box.
This is the thing. Isn't this funny? They can't even get on the right page. If you guys are going to come on the show or come on live, can you at least present a united front? Tisha is out here saying they're their most authentic self. Jeez. And then Marsau is out here saying that you can't be your most authentic self, which is the truth. Are you guys your most authentic self? Are you not your most authentic self? This is just another example of how you guys can't even like take 5 minutes to say, do you know what? I want to talk about this. You guys can't even present a united front and you want us to believe the BS you guys are saying. And it's like you get offended when people ask you if you stay in the same house because you guys are so completely left field. Anyways, let's see what Renata has to say. Yes, most of us are educated or operating on a higher level of energy and would like to see substance. Hallelujah. This is literally it. This is what I've been saying for such a long time. And I feel like I'm tired of them blaming the fans. It's not the fans. This is a Carlos King thing, honey. This ain't got nothing to do with the fans. The fans actually want to see substance. And this is why initially in season 1, I like season 1 because you would see Melody talking about property preservation, doing her own thing, doing business, all that kind of stuff. Yes, there was drama, but it was a natural drama. It didn't feel produced. It was just happening naturally. This is the problem. Now it feels like everyone is trying to keep their checks and want to do whatever it is that they have to do to make that happen. It's like including forming alliances in the background and doing all sorts of crazy ish. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyways, oh my God, you're correct about switching the narrative. That's why I like your channel. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Exactly. I agree with this. Drama will come out naturally. Like, drama is the thing that you do not have to work too hard to get. If you put multiple people in the same place long enough, drama will come out naturally. I've never seen a situation where drama didn't come out naturally. Even you're hanging out with your friends that you've known forever, then there's a sprinkle of drama in there somewhere. So I don't think that there's any need to like produce anything. There is no need. Just use the cameras, let it follow them. The difference is choose people that are actually interesting. Beyond the drama, people that are entertaining to watch, people that have good energy. So for instance, this is one of the reasons I like Portia Williams. Portia Williams has a light, fun energy around her, right? So regardless of wherever she's put in, you see that fun, nice, vibes, energy. They need some, like Melody brings that kind of vibe to the show a little bit, but I feel like they need people like that are naturally entertaining. The problem is they choose people that are not naturally entertaining because they feel like, oh, there's a story that we want to get out, instead of naturally entertaining people who would naturally bring a good storyline. Let's talk about Trisha. If the person involved wasn't Trisha, and it was a completely entertaining woman, you mean to tell me that that storyline would not have been a hit? That storyline could have gotten them some good engagement. But because they chose someone as dry as Trisha, who can't speak, who has to speak through her teeth, who can't tell the truth, the storyline was all wasted. And so that's what I mean. It's like, just because someone has a storyline that you think will be entertaining does not mean they themselves are not or do not have to be entertaining. How about you choose entertaining people and then think about, okay, let's walk with you, what naturally happens in your life, and then build a story around that. Not choose the storyline because you want to further push Martell and make it seem like, oh, it's cool to be dating whilst you're married or whatever. You brought Trisha on there and she can't even bring it. She's been the driest person I've ever seen on the show. But anyways, I'm gonna play this.
Yeah, we're all self. We have no control over what shows up, but we're 100% ourselves. And in the future, we have never like came and tried to defend anything that has shown on television. Right. We let it play out the way it's gonna play out. But right now, we're tired of social media trying to control our narrative.
Well, it's not social media kind of control our narrative. It's Martell. What happens is this, all right? And I'm just calling a spade a spade. What happens is right before we start filming, Martell gets on, gets an onslaught of bullshit on social media, right? And so now, in talking to production, and I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, right? And I'm not saying, because the season has not started yet, so I'm not.
So you see what Marsau is trying to do? He's trying to play some reverse psychology, in my opinion. He's kind of like, well, we don't know where it's going to go. We're not saying this is what's going to happen. He's basically indirectly saying, y'all better not do that, because we ain't going to be here for it. And he's playing check, not chess. No, it's playing check, not checkers. What is wrong with my tongue today? It's like I'm channeling Trisha. I can't speak. Oh, Trisha. Sorry, Trisha. Oh my God, I love Posha for the same reason. Trisha is not meant to be on TV. No digs. She's smart and educated, but doesn't have a TV personality. Oh my goodness, Renita. Shout out to you. I agree with you 100%. Like, when I hear the fact that she's an engineer, I'm like, wonderful, amazing. But you do not have the personality for TV. And this is the thing. I'm like, for instance, if I think about people on Love and Marriage Huntsville that I'll say have personality to be on TV, I'll say Marsau and Melody. Those are the two people that I would say that have the personality to be on TV. I personally think Maurice ain't got it. Kimmy does not have it. And so for me, I'm not sold on that. Trisha does not have it. Ken does too much. I don't really think he's engaging enough to be on TV. I'm trying to think. Destiny, if Destiny was more real and not trying to pretend and create that sort of, I feel like Destiny is not to be trusted. However, I think Destiny has a little bit more personality than these people. I think if Destiny wasn't so vindictive, 1 minute she likes you, the next minute she doesn't like you. Let's not forget the I love you. You know, after telling this woman that she was supporting the side chick, disrespectful, cheating and all. But despite that, I would say at least Destiny kind of has a little bit of a personality, but the rest of these people do not have enough of a personality. I do agree that Nell came on with good energy as well. I just don't like the way she is very flip-floppy, in my opinion. Renita says, I'll never support either of their channels for this. They are disrespectful to the fans that give the views that feed them. Absolutely. I don't watch them, don't watch their channel at all. This is a live that I picked up. And I wasn't even in the live, so I'm watching it in real time with you guys. I did gloss over it and watched it a little bit earlier, but not fully. And I haven't even watched it until the end, but I do know, I heard that apparently they were still dogging the fans and saying certain things about people within the actual live. I'm like, you guys, and this is why you guys don't have fans that actually genuinely support you to that level, because you're out here dogging the same fans that are putting food on your table. It's like, how disrespectful can you get? Like, when is enough going to be enough? But yeah, let's keep watching. Oh yeah, one last comment. Let me see. Marsau and Mel. Yep, completely agree, Renita. Honestly, those two, keep them, get rid of everyone else, in my opinion. If I had to be like, okay, cast takeover, remove them, shake it up a little bit, I would say they need to do that and get rid of the rest and keep Marsau and Mel. But if they have to keep Tisha on because she's the wife of Marsau, then let them keep her on. But I would say also they need to still try to make sure they have scenes with just Melody and Marsau and leave Tisha at home sometimes, because I feel like when Tisha is in it, it kind of ruins the dynamic between Melody and Marsau on TV.
Saying that this is happening. I'm saying that I'm just putting myself in the mindset of Marsau. What if you were a lazy producer? What would you do? And if I was a producer and I wanted to do something lazy, then I would just look on social media, see what's popping and see what's going on, and then make my cast interact with that. I'd have some kind of scene where Marsau and Tisha there, and I'd bring everybody all around, and I'd have someone like Chris Fletcher come to me and just talk regular stuff, and then they say, so man, what's going on with your boy in social media? Because it's clear, here's one thing. Martell put a lot of stuff out on social media. I didn't respond because I don't have time. There is no response for the dumb shit. Like, literally, I'm not trying to just, I'm a petty guy. There's really no response to it. There's no response to it because it's asinine and it's ridiculous. And it's like, dog, I got shit to do. He put the post out there, and so then all of a sudden, that was in what, December?
I don't know.
So he's been doing all of this stuff in December. Now here comes January. We're expected to come up and we're going to start talking about it from January till, shit, I don't know, March. Then we're going to let that guy get some other stuff and then go do a reunion in April. So, I mean, in October. So we'll be talking about this shit for a whole nother fucking year. Like, that's what I would do if I was a lazy producer. I would let one of the cast members.
Guys, do not fall for what Marsau is doing. Marsau is literally exposing production and throwing jabs at them. Because what he's saying is, if he's a lazy producer, he will let social media dictate what comes out on the screens. Now, if you think about the beginning of this season, right? Season 9 or season 10, whatever it is they want to call it. Guess what happened? It was social media that was dictating what was on the season. So let's be clear. The producers have been lazy, according to Marsau, sorry, too many M's. According to Marsau, they have been lazy. So this is him practically throwing jabs. He's out here throwing it. And so it's like, whilst people are like, yeah, he's not really saying this. No, he is calling production lazy. And he's making it clear that they shouldn't do that in the new season, or they will be seen as lazy. So for me, I understand. I feel like, yes, we're glad he's speaking up and stuff, but at the same time, it's given deflection. It's given, I don't want my business to be talked about on the new season that is coming up. So I want to come out and do damage control prior to that. We're not stupid. We know exactly what is happening here, Marsau.
Get on social media and decide he's going to write the narrative for everyone. And so now we get to talk about what the cast member wants to talk about. We get to talk about bullshit.
Okay, so you don't want to talk about it. Why don't you want to talk about it, Marsau? You were okay when it was time to be talking about Melody and Martell. You were okay when it was time to be talking about the BMW and the matching BMs and all that good stuff. You were ready, you were cool to talk about it. But what has changed? Why don't you want to talk about it now? Is it because now it's being turned in your direction? Is that what it is? Because I don't understand why in the past you were cool to talk about it, but all of a sudden, now that it's been directed it's been turned and flipped in your direction, you don't want to talk about it. It's a bit rich coming from you, Marsau. We're not falling for it. We know exactly what your intentions are. We are not falling for it. Yes, Renita, we are not falling for it.
Yeah. So we tell our castmates, do not come to us asking us nothing about no social media posts.
Okay.
We don't want to hear what nobody said about us on social media.
Well, we can fake it though.
No, we don't want to hear it. We can talk about how we putting this investment package together for this modern home that we're building right here in Huntsville. Unless y'all don't want to hear about that.
We can talk about what Reese and Kimmy are doing, building out they bought the old Aunt Betty Mays and brought a couple acres next to it.
Y'all want to say y'all want to talk about the comeback group? We're actually doing comeback group stuff.
Just listen, but we can mix drama into it. It doesn't have to be fictitious drama. It doesn't have to be weird stuff. I mean, so what we're saying is like what I'm saying is this: we're not breaking the fourth wall. We're not telling you about scenes because we have not started filming yet. But I am cautious. I would say this, guys. You know what Tisha and I did to respond to the crap on social media from Martell and Ariana, right? You know our response. That was our real response. If you see another filmed response, please know that that's fake. Please know that that's us acting in the moment because...
Imagine this. Carlos, if I were you, I would fire everybody. Except Melody, of course. I would fire them all. Because how are they coming out here telling you if you see us film a scene where we're addressing this, then that means that it's all fake? Like, and they still have jobs? It's like, what do the castmates have to do to you for you to decide to do some reshuffling, in my opinion? Like, imagine you actually had a job and you're out here publicly speaking against your employer. Do you think you're going to have a job? Like, do you think that you would have a job? Renita says, we will not come to you, period. Glad for any success you have and would like to see it. We'll also like to see your reality, which includes your cheating. Oh, that is hilarious. But I agree with you. It's like, yeah, we want to see the amazing things you say you're doing in Huntsville. You, Maurice, and Kimmy, wonderful. Show us that. But we also want to see the real. And if Martell or anybody is bringing receipts about things that you have been doing, then let's all see it. If you don't want to be seen, if you don't want that to be exposed, then leave the show. It's given you don't want to work for your check, but you still want to have the check, which I don't think is fair. You have to be ready to put in the work, sir.
Someone told us they want to talk about it. They're going to get Maurice or Chris Fletcher or maybe even Marquez, because he wants to be part of the group now. Get Marquez to come up and talk to me at some random ass event talking about some, hey man, so how do you feel about the stuff on social media? And forcing me to talk about it. I can't, but no comment.
Yeah.
No comment. So I might say something small, then they'll cut my whole thing down. And guys, let me just show you how reality TV works. All right.
You see what he's saying? Now he's coming at editing. They will cut my whole thing down. Yet, I feel like Carlos King needs to have a meeting with everybody. Because it's like, don't be out here saying all of this, and then you still want people to believe that you're out here being a reality TV star and not an actor. Insane. Hey, Braylon. Hi. Happy New Year, hon. How are you? So good to see you. Everyone, I hope you guys are like subscribed to Braylon. He's a YouTuber just like me. He does amazing content. So make sure you check him out. But yeah, let's keep watching.
You are getting the real. Like getting the real burger. But once you slice it up, take off the bun, take off the ketchup, take off the cheese, all you're left with is a pickle.
Or maybe a little bit of meat.
Yeah, a pickle and a little bit of meat.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we gave them the burger. They cut it up and gave you back pickle and meat. So when you keep wondering why this shit's sour, because it's the fucking shit. And reality, that's one of the main reasons why we don't come in and defend it, because this is reality and this is television, okay? And so with that, I don't want to break you guys' understanding of television. I look at, and that's one of the reasons why I don't get upset about how I'm viewed in your eyes, because I look at the television, I look at it and I say, you know what? Me looking at the TV and not knowing this guy, I wouldn't like him either in some situations. I might think the guy's funny. I would think that his beard is too low, and I would be upset that I never see his top teeth. But at the same time, I would not. I mean, I wouldn't like the guy all the time, right? I probably understand him because I'm intelligent, and most people that like me, have a sense of intelligence, and so.
Oh, shut up, Marsau. Most people that like me have a sense of intelligence. It's the indirect disrespect. It's almost like, okay, let's be clear. People are allowed to not like you. You could be the smartest person in the world and you will have people that do not like you. I don't think that necessarily always has anything to do with their intelligence. Of course, there are situations when it does, but for you to then make it seem like everyone that has intelligence likes you and everyone that does not like you, like, cut it out, man. Who do you think you are?
So a lot of times if you don't like me, it's because you're stupid.
Okay, so I hear y'all saying, like, don't complain, leave the show. I think.
Shut the fuck up, all right?
Well,
no, shut the fuck up. Because if here's the thing, all right? When you don't complain, we're builders. We don't like shit, we change shit, all right? So you, the dummy that says, oh, if you don't like it, you can leave, go leave your job.
Well, no, this is what I wanted to say is that.
Well, Marso, people leave their jobs all the time. And if I use myself as an example, I've been at a role at some point. Ooh, not my mom calling me in the middle of the stream. I'm gonna have to tell her I will call her back. Sorry, guys. Hey, mom. Sorry, I'm on live. I'll call you back. All right, no worries. Bye. Sorry, guys. I even forgot to mute myself. Sorry. But yeah, basically, I just feel like, why are you out here like making it seem like people don't leave their jobs if they don't like the job or if the job is not serving them? I've left a job, I was getting paid really well, and I just said to myself, I'm going to have to leave. And I left, I took a pay cut, and I left because I was just like, I'm not about to deal with this level of disrespect every single day of my life. So you can absolutely leave toxic situations and toxic jobs. No one is saying that you have to stay there. So Marceau, nobody is forcing you to stay with Carlos King and on TV and on Love and Marriage Huntsville. You chosen to stay there. Nobody forced you. So don't be out here blaming and making it seem like you can't just up and leave your job. You absolutely can. Anyway. Oh, Braylon, that is very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm so proud of you as well. You're doing your thing. It's so good, like when you have YouTubers that just mind their business and they're not in drama. And that's Braylon. So shout out to you, honestly, because I feel like in these YouTube streets, people are always fighting. And so far, we've managed to stay out of the BS and we just do our content and keep it moving. But yeah, love you too. Thank you so much. And Renita as well. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep watching.
You cannot like something and you can say, no, I'm not letting social media create my narrative on the show that I'm on. And I'm not going to dumb myself down to entertain people who wants to just say whatever they want to on social media. You guys have a group of college educated people on the show. Most of us, we're all in sororities, we're in fraternities, we're like Black excellence, for real. Like, we're not joking. And so
which one of you guys are Black excellence? Because it certainly ain't Destiny. It certainly ain't Maurice, in my opinion. So which one of you guys are Black excellence? I'm gonna need you to specify that for me, please. Please.
Y'all want us to play it low for entertainment? There's so many.
Yep, Brayling is saying I was quite surprised when he went off, and just like everyone's been saying that if you don't like the show, get off. Like the response was 20 on 10. Absolutely, which makes me feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville is probably his biggest check in one go, in my opinion. It's either that or it's the easiest check that he gets. Because if you don't need the money, there is no way that that would be your reaction to someone telling you to leave the show. You could have literally said, well, maybe it's not yet time, or I still need to do a few more things, or I'm considering that if things don't change, or none of your business. But the way he took it so far just makes me feel like, well, maybe that check is really more than we thought it was. Or maybe that check is solving problems in their lives. Because if you don't need the money, there is no way you'll be out here talking this badly. And you were here on live for like what, about an hour or so? So you were out here talking about it. Clearly you were pressed. So if you don't need the money, why are you out here talking about the show? It doesn't make any sense. So true. There's a YouTuber I like, but I'm turned off with her arguing with fans. Stay positive because people will come for you disrespectfully when they are hurt people. Completely agree. I understand. I feel you on that. I think for me, I just try to avoid it. Now, I will say there are times where certain people have come in my comment section where I literally just responded back and I was like, get lost or something random like that. I'm just like, leave me alone. Because you're out here always coming and I don't have time for that. But generally I try to just keep it as like simple as possible. Sometimes it's hard to ignore when like someone continuously like constantly comes for you. But sometimes I just delete the comment because I'm just like, I don't have the energy for this. And I don't like to like let the negativity start to distract from the positivity on the channel. So yeah. But sometimes, Renita, it's hard to do. Sometimes I see some of the things people say and I'm just like, ugh. I'm just like, I'm gonna ignore y'all and just keep it moving.
Different ways that you guys can be entertained.
Unless you're stupid. Unless you're all stupid and you can only be entertained by dumpster fires. I mean, literally. Like, think
What
about
is
it.
all the names?
Okay.
Why calling people stupid?
Here's the scene. Random coffee. Everyone comes in. Music goes low. The weird person that has a conflict with the other person comes in. Sit down at the table. Hey guys, how's everything going? Going on. Flash to the person they're having conflict with. Now all of a sudden, they're either talking, they're not talking. Flash forward, they're arguing about who said, he said, she said, he said, she said, blah, 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 blah. Okay, guys, how we gonna move forward? See you next week. Same dumb shit every fucking week.
Well,
same shit every week.
What you guys have to realize is this
how
right
we
here.
Move forward?
You have a
or speak to your employer.
Show. Yeah.
My thing is, if you guys feel this strongly about it, you either leave or you speak to your employer directly. Stop somehow making it to be the fans' fault when it really is production that is putting out this content. If you're displeased with the way production are portraying you, the way they're putting out content, why not speak to them directly? Why not call an emergency meeting with some of the execs, sit down, pitch what it is you're trying to do, tell them how this is not serving them, show them the numbers, highlight things. Like, I'm sure you guys have done presentations. I'm sure you guys have pitched before. I'm sure you guys have defended your positions before. This should not be that hard. Instead, you're coming on the show on live to talk to us, to try to rope us into doing your work for you. You either leave or you speak up and talk to your employers.
Have a black general contractor on the television show that's building apartment complexes, that's building retail plazas. You guys have
that's struggling. That's suing people.
Yeah.
That's working for free. That had to sue someone. You know the funny shit.
Yeah,
is?
Let's talk about that lawsuit because we never wrapped it up.
That's because we won the lawsuit.
We won the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Last year.
What was the lesson learned in that?
The lesson learned?
What was the lesson learned?
Oh, the lesson learned in that right there is never feel blessed to be here. You know, sometimes that, you know, God will elevate you and put you in positions that you feel that you don't deserve. And as a result, you are intimidated to exercise your full confidence in that matter. Meaning, let me break it down, meaning that I should have sent the invoices, even though the project was delayed because of COVID. I should have sent the invoices on time. I should have put a lien on the project early. I should have demonstrated a lot more courage than I did. But I was feeling like, well, God blessed me and I'm blessed to be here. So I'm just going to just hope and pray that everything works out. No, I was there for a reason. And I was picked for a reason. So the lesson I learned is that God's going to put you in positions to fight your Goliath, but he's going to expect you to fight. He's going to expect that you are the right person for the right job. And know that if God puts you in position, you're the best person for that job. And you go out there with authority, you go out there with confidence. And even if you're a new general contractor that doesn't really know what you're doing, fuck it. God put you in that position. God helped you out. And at the end of the day, what you really have to say is, like, you have to put this stuff to the test. You really got to be like, if God be for me, who can be against me? When you realize in your life that Goliath never stood a fucking chance against David because David had God, then you start understanding that that's why you should be there. Why God put you in this position. You know what I'm saying? So I think the lesson that I learned in the lawsuit in that is that, you know what, stand on your shit, be on business.
I guess the one thing I would say about that is I don't agree that you shouldn't feel blessed. I feel like it's a blessing to be wherever it is that you are at, and I don't see anything wrong in feeling blessed. However, I think what he's trying to talk about is more that imposter syndrome, where you are at a job, you're at an opportunity that you have been given, but then you just feel like you don't speak up for yourself, you don't address things, even though you know that this is the right thing to do, but because you don't feel like you qualify to be there, you're not doing things properly. So I agree with the other bits he's saying, but the bit about not feeling blessed, I'm sorry. I feel blessed to be where I am. There's never going to be a day that I will stop feeling blessed and it has worked for me. But I do agree about imposter syndrome is a terrible thing. And if you don't keep that in check, it could actually end up in you losing that opportunity. Elite Social T, I love the name, says stupid is such a nasty word. I try my best not to use it, especially directed at a person. It flows so naturally for Marceau. I completely agree with you. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say stupid so lightly and constantly. It's like there's no need for that. If you say someone is stupid, that is a serious thing. Like it's usually something that like you have to say it like you're right. I can't even remember how many times I've even called someone stupid in my life because it's just not a word that I use. But for Marceau, it's like everyone is stupid for not liking you. Everyone is stupid for not doing anything. It's like, what is that about? Renita says yes has had some of the low comments make my stomach turn. It's okay to agree to disagree. If they want to argue instead of respectful exchange, block them. I agree completely. Like I see some really vile comments and I just ignore them. But then if they're really, really bad, I'm like, all right, I don't even want to see them. And I also try to keep the channel very clean when I can. So I delete some of the comments because I'm just like, I don't want to see this. I don't want someone else seeing this nonsense. And then for some people, when they're saying things that I feel like they started off well and then they end it on such a disrespectful note, I actually tend to correct them and just say to them like, yo, there was no reason for you to, we can agree to disagree, there's no reason for you to take it there, we don't have to have the same opinions. Surprisingly, some of them do come back and change the way in which they approach the conversations, because nobody is out here saying you have to like this person that I like. You are allowed to like whoever the heck you want to like. No one cares. The only thing is just be respectful. When you're in the comment section, don't be out here acting like, I'm out here, I'm someone's minion just because I have a certain opinion. I don't know any of these people. I'm not invested in this as much as people think I may be. I just enjoy doing the content and hanging with you guys, and that's why I do it, really. Elite Social T says, I see why it's so easy to argue with the church members online, mentioning God and the F in the same sentence. Honestly, it's really, really bad to see because even the Bible specifically talks about not using, like, not cursing and, it should be wholesome things that are coming out of your mouth. So I personally don't really believe in using like swear words and stuff like that. If you guys notice on the channel, I tend to keep it very light. I don't like to use swear words and stuff. Like, that's just not how I speak in real life, and that's not what I'm going to be doing on the internet. But yeah. Brayling is saying the gag is Brayling's Leave Virtual Tour live, reviews and recaps, tea time, and other shows on YouTube and Black culture is more Black excellence than Love and Married Huntsville. Ain't that a word? That is so true, because we're always out here, we're uplifting people. Even when I do the content, I still try to talk on different things that could actually help. Like, for example, I was just talking about imposter syndrome. And I feel like these are some nuggets that we say here and there that also helps people that are listening. And that's the thing. We're still having a good time. We're not cursing anybody out, but we're actually enjoying ourselves, hanging out on Friday, enjoying and having a good time. So I feel like if they really think about it, the show can still be entertaining without becoming so low and disgusting. But yeah. Renita says, I'm over Marsau. Where is God in your cheating? Own your faults and we can respect you. Also, how can you say God while you're disrespecting the people? God said treat your neighbor as yourself. Honestly, you're hitting the nail on the head. I feel like Marsau is one of those people who feels like they're the most intellectual person in the room. They can say whatever. When it was Martell, you guys enjoyed dogging Martell and stuff. Let's be clear. I always have energy for Martell. You guys know how I feel about Martell. I'm not even going to go into it today. But I feel like Marsau had his opportunity. He dogged Martell as much as he could, knowing fully well that he was also doing the same thing, allegedly. Okay. That didn't stop him from saying the things he was saying, right? So my thing is, if you're saying all of this and now he's finally ready to expose you, then take it on the chin and address it. Now, for instance, to an extent, people respect Chris because Chris has admitted to cheating in the past, but according to him, he no longer cheats. Now, whether or not we believe that is another thing. But at least, to an extent, he owned it. The problem is Marsau and Tisha do not own the fact that there has allegedly been some cheating in the marriage. If you guys don't own it, then people feel like you're not showing your real life. People cannot relate to you. The reason people love Melody is because she was open about it. I can even say the reason people still liked Martell to an extent, although I don't know why anyone likes Martell. But I will say the reason some people probably like Martell is also because they probably feel he is a little bit more open than Tisha and Marsau. But still, they definitely need to do better. Gemini 1958 is saying Tisha. Tisha is not smart, and until I see receipts, she's not educated. Ooh, okay. Barely skating by in the education department, Tisha is a street woman, just like her husband, hustlers and scammers. Allegedly, okay? Allegedly, but I'm yeah, I know what you mean, because it just feels like she talks about being educated, but then it's like a lot of things that you do gives me the impression you're not really educated. But I feel like it's the perfect example of people that are book smart, but they're not life smart. I think Tisha might be one of those who may have done well at university, who may have I don't know how well she did, but I'm just assuming, right? Let's say she did well at university, but in reality, the way she behaves, the way she speaks just does not reflect the so-called education that she has. And to be honest, considering she's a daughter of Wanda, I honestly have to say I'm not surprised, respectfully. This is as respectful as I can take it. Yep, absolutely. Let's keep watching.
Right? And you may not be where you want to be, but you actually are here. You may not be there, but you're here, and you're worth something at that moment.
And you're here for a
reason.
Even
while you're growing.
You're here for a reason. you're where you're at for a reason. And so this television show is where it's at for a reason. We're all on this show for a reason. And we want to really inspire and do the best that we can while we're here, because this is just a season of our life. And I know you guys keep saying, you know, well, you're not being open. We are. I'm being as honest as possible. I have nothing to hide.
We're not talking about ourselves. We're not talking about ourselves, huh?
I believe that when you go through a situation in life and you make it to the other side, you share that, because your story can inspire so many other.
But why aren't you sharing the story of you allegedly getting over Marsau's cheating? It's like you're talking about how sharing stories can help people do better and improve their lives and help other people in certain situations. But why aren't you sharing your own? You were so curious about Nell's story of when Chris and Nell were doing, well, when Chris was allegedly cheating on, well, he did admit it, when Chris was cheating on Nell. You wanted to hear everything. You wanted to hear how they got through it. I don't know why you wanted to hear that, but you wanted to. But now you're telling us, oh, well, you know, it's so important. I have nothing to hide. You do, in my opinion. You do. Nothing to share. Share the lies. Oh, or at least engage with Martell on what he is saying. That, you know, even if you think it's a lie, engage with what Martell is saying. Let's see what the truth is. Bring the receipts. One of y'all needs to bring the receipts. Now, for those of you who are just coming in, you're welcome. Please hit that like button as you come in. Please hit that like button. Thank you. All right, let's get into it again.
I think you gotta share it before you get to the other side.
No, you can share it while you're going through it, but there's no better way than to share your success once you made it through, or to share your story once you made it through.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I don't think so too. I feel like one of the reasons why people relate to Melody is because she shared the whole thing. You could see how she was dealing with it when she was dealing with it. When she was dealing with Martell, you could see it. After she stopped dealing with Martell, you could see the progress and everything she's been through and how she's constantly going through stuff. She was transparent about the whole journey. The problem is everyone wants to show the success. Nobody wants to show how things were done. Nobody wants to show, this is how I felt. No one wants to talk about, this is how I felt when this was happening. And this is why no one can relate to you guys. Because even when the lawsuit happened, there could have been an opportunity for you guys to take us through that journey in a transparent way. But you chose not to do that. You chose to be quiet and hush-hush about the lawsuit. You gave us, I think, one scene about it, was hush-hush, gave us little to no information about it. That is why people do not relate to you.
I think the problem why people, there's so many people that sit back and they say, I would never want a marriage like that. I never want a marriage like that. It's because they see marriages like this blissful shit that they see on Instagram. And what they don't see is the couples that disagree but still love each other.
Right.
They don't see the couples that are frustrated at times, that go through times, that go through. Hell, we're in counseling right now.
Yeah, we're in counseling right now.
For the first time, because we was like, man, shit.
We got to get better.
I don't know if this is for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It
So,
was like,
and I think that a lot of times, that people don't see that right there. And they think that, oh, I don't want a marriage that like that. Man, guys, we're edited to be like that. We've been here for them in 2 decades.
But you shouldn't want a marriage like anybody. Your marriage should be you. You should write whatever the story is about your marriage. I don't want a marriage like anybody else. I'm inspired by people, but at the end of the day, my marriage is my marriage. And we have to do what works best for us. I was married at 24 years old. I had my first child at 25 years old.
Wow,
I didn't know what I was doing. We got through it together, and we're still pushing and moving. We're about to have, our son is about to graduate next year.
He accepted the 3 out of the 5 colleges?
Yeah, graduate with a 4.2 GPA. We're trying. We're growing. Marsau and I, we didn't have anybody to give us anything. We had to build our businesses up by ourselves. We built my very first home I lived in. We built it together. Our first year of marriage. I grew up in the projects my whole life. But
we know.
Look at where I'm at now. And so it is not about trying to be like anybody else. You can be inspired by people and motivated by people, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you in your life. And while we're on this television show, that's all we're trying to do. Inspire and motivate you guys to be whatever it is, to give you whatever encouragement that you need to step out and do your thing. Like, I'm working on my second master's degree while my 3 kids are home doing COVID. You know how difficult that was?
Yeah, well, to be fair, she was going down working on her second master's degree at Auburn while I was here building an apartment complex with the 3 kids in the 1,700 square foot house in the middle of winter while she's out there bettering herself. So now you want to talk about why I went to Africa? It's because of that shit. Because stressed out every hour of every day, I owe to.
You're stressed out, but isn't Tisha stressed out from doing 2 masters and also taking care of children? So you should have taken her with you to freaking Africa. Well, first of all, I don't know where in Africa you went to, so maybe you can start by clarifying that, because I hate when people say you went to Africa. Where in Africa? Africa is a whole continent. Where in Africa did you go to? But anyway, wherever it is that they went to in Africa, or that Marsau went to in Africa, why didn't you take your wife? Your wife was just as stressed. Your wife was just as stressed, I can bet, dealing with children, doing a master's, a second master's for that case, and also doing it as an older person who has responsibilities, who has life going on. Of course. Tennessee girl is saying Tanzania. Exactly. Then say Tanzania. Like, oh, when I went to Africa, where? Where in Africa did you go to? But anyways, Tennessee girl is also saying Tisha complained about her marriage during the first season and did the whole time. She made it seem like Marsau does not allow her go out. Remember how Melody was taking her to places, trying to get her to network. And now it's giving like, oh, well, you know, you're surprised that we're talking about your marriage. We're talking about your marriage because you showed us that there were cracks in the marriage, in my opinion. So I just don't understand why everyone is acting like, oh, where did that come from? Renita is saying, yes, share the truth, disagree. Everyone does. What we see is that you don't like your wife. Ooh, okay. It seems like you tolerate her. Show us in your behavior what you want us to see. Mel, have you a show? Okay. The truth is, I agree with you. I feel like the way he behaves every time, he looks annoyed by her most of the time on the show. He looks like he can't wait to use the opportunity to speak down to her, to talk down to her about something that she says, even when she talks about her relationships with other people. Instead of you out here defending your wife, empathizing with her, trying to understand where her point of view is from, you find a way to just be like, you're not here for it. Put her down at any opportunity that you get. Terrible. And when you think about how Mel and Marsau film together, I'm just like, put them on the show. Give them most of the camera time, in my opinion. But anyway. Kat, hey Kat. Hey Kat, you're welcome. Happy New Year. Hope you're good. Yeah, he does not like that woman. And it must be very sad to be Tisha. Because I don't know how she doesn't see it, or maybe she has just refused to see it. Because sometimes you can be in your own delusion and you can see what you want to see. It may be that, but it is obvious to everyone. Even Ray Charles can see it. He does not like you, allegedly, in my opinion. Okay? He does not like her. He does not want to be bothered by her. He seems genuinely irritated. But every time Mel shows up, every time, he looks excited. He looks ready. He looks engaging. His body language is open, inviting, receiving. But let it be Tisha. He looks like, why is she here? That's your wife. So yes, this is why we're all always speaking about it. And then you now have the audacity to let another man be in her face talking smack about her, and you did not really defend her. So yes, nobody rates you as a husband. We may think you're entertaining on the show, but you're not a great husband. But if Tisha likes it, well, that's her business. Tennessee girl says, "Oh my god, I forgot to speak hi. Hi, girl. How you doing?" Oh yeah, Renita is saying, "I meant Mel gave you a show." She absolutely did. And it's because of her that all of them are still eating today. Yes, they have no respect. But I think this is one thing I've noticed on a lot of these shows. Remember Married to Medicine and how Mariah was the creator of the show? Yet she's no longer on the show. I feel like the jealousy of people, including production, including the castmates of people who actually set up the show, who start the show, terrible. I honestly feel like that is why they always end up having to leave, because the castmates just can't deal with it. The production just can't deal with it. It's like they feel like the person has too much control. Absolutely. Kat is saying, I think she's too scared to leave. She likes the money he provides and the security. My mom was like that. Interesting. I will not be surprised. Especially because she talks about how they got married at, I think, 24 or something, or they were married. She had a baby at 25. So if they've been together that long, she definitely likes that, because that's the only other explanation. Because he doesn't provide for her emotionally, but maybe he's providing financially, and that is it. And she's just like, he's all she's known. So she just doesn't want to start over again. And maybe that's what it is. But I hope that one day, even if she's going to stay in the relationship, and the thing about it is, I'm all for people wanting to work on their marriages. I always root for relationships and love and stuff. However, I think there's a way to demand respect. People will only do what you allow. If you have shown this man that you have nowhere else to go, even if you know within yourself that you ain't going to leave, don't let him know that you're not going to leave. Let him think that you are going to leave if he does some dumb-ish. Right? And I feel like that helps in terms of like respect. Let it be that you're very clear, you assert your boundaries. If he crosses them, you call him out on camera. Let it be that. But instead, you let this man walk all over you, all because he provides. If you want to stay in such a relationship, demand your respect. That's what I think anyway. Renita says, yes, Kat, marriage is everything to her and it's okay, say that. Yep, it really is. You guys remember when she wanted Marsau to start wearing his wedding band? Imagine having to beg your husband to wear his wedding band. What kind of nonsense is that? Why did you get married if you don't want to wear your wedding band? Seriously, what are we doing? Remember when she tried to get him to renew their vows and he refused to do that? Now I'm thinking he probably didn't do that because he was probably allegedly lying to the side chick somewhere saying that we're not together. We're only here for the show. I knew that that was going to send the side chick over the edge, in my opinion, allegedly. Because I'm just trying to understand. I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to renew your vows with your wife. So it just feels like everything he does is a slap in her face, yet she continues to endure it. Even if you love the security and the provision, I get it. But still demand your respect. Still push back on some things. Push back on the things that are very important. The things that you're like, okay, you know what? I can't let this man be out here clowning me like this. If you want to talk to me like that, talk to me like that privately. Don't be out here clowning me in these YouTube streets. Don't be out here clowning me on the show. Just say that. Have that conversation and exert your boundaries. But she's not doing that. She's not doing that. Of course, it's not right. It's pathetic. It really is. And the problem that Tisha has is because everyone has seen her take that level of disrespect. No one on social media, at least for the most part, most people are not going to respect her ever, because they can see her husband doesn't, and she doesn't defend herself. She doesn't push back. So no one is going to respect her. It's a sad reality. That's just what it is. And I feel like that's also where Kimmy is now starting to fit in. A lot of people used to like Kimmy before, but now they're seeing that Kimmy doesn't really defend herself, doesn't really speak up, lets Maurice run laps around her. And now everyone is over it. Nobody is really checking for Kimmy like that, in my opinion, at least from what I've been seeing. So if that's really the case, it's like, yo, Kimmy, do better. I think these women just need to do better.
Anyone else. But what are the comments?
Okay, yeah, let's answer some questions.
I'm about to eat a snack,
baby,
and drink.
Thank you for rooting for us. It's turn. It's not. It's said turn into love and hip hop. It's not love and hip hop now. It's still love and marriage. Don't mistake college educated with smart. Okay, sweetie. That's your opinion.
Don't mistake uneducated with smart either, sweetie. Start there.
Let's see. I've been tuning in since season 1. This is like excellent. Y'all want my mama back? That's gonna be a whole nother situation right there. Okay.
So what's the plan? The plan to steer the narrative, honestly, is, well, here's the thing. Secret. We knew from the very beginning we were going to be these just regular old backups, right? Because they never showed our stuff, whatever. So y'all did not start seeing any of our success till we showed it on social media. And so the narrative is, the only way we can steer the narrative is, one, to appeal to you guys, to say, hey guys, is this what you want to see, right? Second is to appeal to you guys, is doing stuff like this live right here, which tells you the real from the fake, right? The reality of my response to social media is we ignored it. We did not have a response. We kept pushing with our live. That does not matter to us, okay? The fake is if we're forced to be in a scene where we have to act like we have some kind of response. We don't have a response.
A really quick one a quick thing I wanted to mention. Did you guys pick up that he said we were the backup? So it's like he agrees that because who else are the main folks? Martell and Melody, right? So he's saying that they weren't really showing his live and they were the backups. And I do agree with that. I do agree that they're the backups. One, because they're not very interesting. I feel like there's been times where people are meant to be the main stars of a show, but other people come up and they take that and they end up being the stars of the show. It happens all the time. You have to be entertaining and your story has to be interesting enough to capture the audience. The problem is it isn't. And that's what the issue is. Now, if you guys have just joined in, you're welcome. Please hit that like button as you come in. Thank you very much. Let's go back to watching.
Now, if that just costs us 4 or 5 scenes, fuck it. It is. It is what it is. But the bottom line is we're above that. Here, and guys, just journey with me through this analogy real quick. I compare going back and forth with Martell with me walking down the street and seeing a naked man covered in shit and blood that said something offensive to me, trying to provoke me to fight. No, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to touch you. I don't want you around me. I don't want to share space with you. If you can say something and I can ignore it and go about my day because I actually have shit to do and let you sit over here in your shit, then that's fine. But there's nothing about that. There's no gain for me, right? There's literally, okay. If I sit down and me and Kimmy go back and forth, that's the exchange of wits. If I sit down with Reese, with anyone, I mean, I'm not gonna go against my wife, but if I sit down with anyone else on the show and we have a debate or whatever, then I'm okay with that because that could be a positive win for me. Or
sorry, I just had to stop it real quick. Did you guys see Tisha's face when he was like, "Oh, that's my wife. I'm not gonna go against her." Did you see she had a smile on her face? Bless her. That is all she wants from Marsau. All she wants, Marsau, is for Marsau to come out here and stand for her and defend her and be her protector. That is all she wants. So that smile on her face, Marsau, just do better. And that lady will be out here smiling all the time. Like she looks really happy that Marsau literally said what he should be doing, even though he doesn't do it. But anyway.
Whatever. I'm gonna battle Martell in wits. What do I gain from it? What do I gain from a competition with Martell? Name one thing I get.
You're on a TV show.
Nothing. I get absolutely nothing. I'm not talking about finances because I don't know the guy's finances, right? I do know that people with finances in line don't act like this.
Ooh.
I do know that. I do know that people that are struggling. See what I believe, and I'm sorry for saying this, but this is honestly just the real deal. To me, what Martell doing right now is cooning.
Okay.
Cooning. He's saying the most outrageous stuff, doing the most outrageous things, trying to get attention. What he's really trying to do is get Ariane on the show, and making it seem like she said stuff like, "I don't watch the show, but y'all been talking about me for the last couple years." The truth is, no one's even talked about her, Martell cheating, or none of that shit for the last long period of time. Mm-hmm. No one's been talking about that for years. Mm-hmm. That has been talked about. The truth is, and I hate to say this, but this is the truth. I don't think outside of conflict that no one talks about him at all.
Right.
If he didn't say anything outlandish and make claims that he will insinuate like he messed around with Trish, I mean, he's not talking about wine, not talking about suits. And so right now, his goal to get a check is to hitch himself to a conflict with me. I'll take a different kind of conflict. I don't want this conflict. I don't want the nonsense.
Why not, though? Why not? Why don't you want this kind of conflict? Are you saying that everything that Martell has said about you guys is a lie? Or what exactly are you saying? Because it just feels rich. It feels like deflection. Because you're on a TV show, you guys have been cool to talk about all sorts of things for a long time when it wasn't directly affecting you. You're cool to talk about Marquez. Marquez is a bad parent. You're cool to talk about looking at Marquez sideways when Marquez was trying to hit on Melody. You're cool to talk about all these random things that have nothing to do with you. But now when it is directed at you, you want to be like, oh no, we don't really want to talk about this. What do you want to talk about? So you want the narrative to be about you, what you want narrative to be about. Just because the current narrative does not suit you. It's not going to work, actually. I hope they know this. Because Carlos King is going to ride for Martell, in my opinion.
I simply don't want the nonsense. I don't care. I don't care about it. I don't care. I'm not trying to act unbothered. All right? I'm bothered. I just don't have a response. I'm bothered for like a couple seconds. And then I'm like, all right, well, do your thing, big fella. Hope that works out for you. Other than that, I'm good.
Well, babe, a lot of people been saying they want my mama back.
No, they didn't. Yep. No, they didn't, Tisha. Nobody wants Wanda back. You guys that are watching, do you guys want Wanda back? Please let us know in the chat. I think we do not want Wanda back. I feel like Tisha knows that she cannot fight her battles, so she wants to bring her mama so that her mama can fight her battles. No, honey, you are going to have to put your big girl panties on and fight like a big girl, okay? You're not about to bring your mama over here to be fighting your battles, in my opinion. We do not want Wanda. I've never ever thought, oh my goodness, I miss Wanda. I've never ever thought, wait, Wanda? No. I do not want Wanda on the show. I feel like when she was on the show, it just escalated the show. I don't think it's going to bring the show any closer to Black excellence, if that's in fact what they really want. It's given what Tisha wants is Black excellence where nobody can talk about them, but they can talk about everybody else. And Wanda can talk about whatever she wants to do to bring the drama onto the show. No, no. You guys are going to have to work. You're not going to use Miss Wanda as a crutch to stay on the show, in my opinion. Nobody wants to see Wanda. You guys, let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to see Wanda? Renita is saying no one wants your low to the floor, mama. Ooh, ooh. The chat is hot tonight. Speaking of uneducated foolery. Exactly. And this is why I feel like everyone needs to understand that these people are trying to control the narrative. You can't say you want Black excellence. You want to bring back excellence, but you want to bring Wanda back on the show. What about Wanda depicts Black excellence? I will wait. There's never been a thing that Wanda has ever done that has made me feel like, yo, Black excellence, ever, never. So I don't really know where that's coming from. If not as a bid to try to control the narrative and get Wanda to be attacking people for her. I just don't get it. Tennessee Girl says they want Wanda back on the show to be the same coon they are calling Martell. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do not want to see exactly. It's like you want Wanda to go toe to toe with Martell because you guys do not want to go toe to toe to Martell because you are probably thinking Martell will expose you, allegedly. Renita, you are good. Honestly, you are good. Wanda has put herself in this position to be talked about, and Tisha brought her up. So all we're saying is we don't want her mama. We do not want Wanda on the show. Sorry, not sorry. Elite Social T says no. You see, you guys are speaking. Everybody in the chat do not want Wanda. We do not want anything to do with Wanda. We do not want to see Wanda. We do not want to see we don't even want to see a flashback to where Wanda is. That's how much I do not want to see Wanda on the show. Respectfully. I got no issues with her, but I just don't feel like if we're trying to bring Black excellence and we're trying to make the show about business and entrepreneurship and that kind of stuff, I don't think Wanda is going to bring anything to that. Renita says yes. Ooh, I'm not sure what you're saying yes to. I know you definitely do not want Wanda on the show, but I'm sure you're saying yes to maybe something we have said earlier. Maybe please help me clarify in the chat. Because yeah, it's a no for us. In this chat at least. But yeah, if you're new, please hit that like button as you come in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah. Miyu says, if Mel leaves, do you care if they bring Wanda to the show? Even if Mel leaves, I don't want Wanda on the show. And I'll tell you why. I personally feel like Wanda is going to make it turn into Love and Hip Hop. I do not want to watch Love and Hip Hop. If I want to watch Love and Hip Hop, I will just go over there and watch Love and Hip Hop. I do watch Love and Hip Hop every once in a while, but because it be too much, I dip in and out. And you guys know I don't do commentary on it because that's just too much for me. But if, like, I just think, I just feel like, yeah, even if Mel leaves, I don't want to see Wanda on the show because it's going to be some drama, constant back and forth. It's going to remember when Stormy's mama was on the show, Wanda was on the show. It was just too much. It was just too heavy. It needs to be lighthearted, playful, business people who are about their ish, not people back and forth fighting. But if they want to bring it to Love and Hip Hop, I guess they can bring Stormy's mama and Wanda whilst they're doing it. But yeah, what do you think, Miyu? Would you actually want to see that? Renita says respectfully. Yes, everything we're saying in this channel, we're saying it respectfully. We don't want no smoke. But if you bring the smoke, we'll respectfully respond. Renita says it was a response to what another user said. Okay, now I get it. Renita says, if Mel leaves, I'm not watching. If you all review, I'll listen to your commentary. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for at least you still support the channel by listening to the commentary. Yeah, I honestly feel like if Mel leaves, a lot of people may just be like, yo, we're not watching. But if people are still interested, I'll watch it and like come over here and like talk about it and stuff for you guys. But yeah, Miyu says I'm not watching if Mel leaves. Absolutely understand. I don't blame you at all. It's like what will be left if they leave. I think the thing that I kind of struggle with a little bit is like, what shows do you guys want to see? Because for me, I post a lot of Love and Marriage Huntsville content because that's what you guys want to see. When I tend to post other content, people are not as interested. So it's like, okay, if Love and Marriage Huntsville ain't working no more, what do you guys want to see? So maybe just put it in the chat if there's anything in particular you want to see in the chat, and then I will continue playing the video. The other thing I was gonna say is, do you guys know Pop the Balloon? Pop the Balloon is entertaining, guys. So just let me know if you guys want to see me react to that one, because that could be a fun thing to react to. But anyways, let's go back to watching this video. And yeah, don't forget to let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. If Love and Marriage Huntsville, if Mel leaves, just let me know in the chat what you'd like to see.
They said bring back Miss Wanda, baby. It's
No,
everywhere.
ma'am.
Listen, it's not about you. Your wife gets it bad. Sweetie, my wife doesn't get it bad.
Listen, guys, let me tell you about this book I'm currently reading right now. It's called Let Them. And when I tell you, that book has been hitting spot on with what's been going on social media. And I am like, thank you, God, for bringing that book to me. I'm reading it. I'm listening to podcasts about it. And it has been so helpful. At the end of the day, you have no control over what people do or say about you. Your only control you have is your reaction. Yeah. And so I'm like, let them do whatever it is they want to do. Let them.
Y'all, when I tell you the challenges of business in just developing areas, when you're married, when your wife wants to be a boss at times, and then other times she kind of wants to be in a soft girl era because she really wants to be in a soft girl era.
Can you imagine not Marsau exposing Tisha and saying she wants to be a boss sometimes and she wants to be in a soft girl era sometimes? That is hilarious. So yeah, I will say I can partly relate to it. I'm always in my boss girl era, but I was saying to my friend yesterday at dinner, I was saying to her that even though she's like, yeah, you're such a boss, you're this, and I'm like, yeah, I love that, but I also want that soft girl life. And I'm like, so I'm doing all this boss-ish now so that like I can be doing my locks soft girl era soon enough. But anyways, I do travel a lot anyway, but I guess I could do a little bit more soft girl-ish.
She just wants to be a boss. That's some shit we can go back and forth about, because all of that, I want to, anyway, I ain't gonna say nothing like that. Let me read some of these comments and get in here, because I ain't gonna do that. I want to see Tisha doing more mommy stuff. I want to see Tisha doing more mommy stuff too.
Y'all, this right here, get it. Put this on your
Okay, Miyu is saying, I would love to see people's lives, travel, new adventures, relationship with God. Okay, I'll see how I can like incorporate that a little bit. I think at least I do travel a lot, so I can like talk every now and then about like my trips. Although this year I have a lot of like projects on and like different business ventures I'm doing at the moment. And one of the reasons, honesty with you guys, I want to be transparent. One of the reasons I'm even doing this live today is because I know this weekend I'm going to be away to like an investment property that I have, and I'm getting the keys tomorrow, so your girl's gonna be busy. So that's why I'm also trying to like just do as much as I can, but also figure out like what kind of content you guys want me to put up, because I really actually do like hanging with you guys. And to be honest, this live video has been so fun for me. I've really enjoyed it so far. So anything, if you guys like these sorts of content, I'll be happy to do more of that for you guys. And you were saying yes to me reviewing Pop the Balloon with Eyelet. Okay, I'm going to do that. But you have to promise me, if you haven't already, make sure you turn on all your notifications so that at least if no one else sees it, You will be out here with me watching the pop the balloon and watching me react to it, please. Okay. Um Renita says boss and soft. Absolutely. Do you know what? That's going to be my new mantra now. Because, yep, I'm doing the boss thing, but I'm also a soft girl and in my soft girl era. So, yeah, let's do that. Let us do that. Miyu says, yes, let us see stuff like that, how to get an investment property and maintain it. Okay. I think that sort of thing, I can do it behind the wall, like with members only and stuff. I only say that because I have found that, like, I've seen some people on social media when they say things about like the sorts of things they invest in, they get a lot of like negativity that then distracts from the positive ish. So I think maybe that's something that I can write down. I have to go back and like see the live reviews and live chat and then like just write them down for myself so I can remember some of the things you guys are saying. But I think if I'm going to do anything with like property and investments and stuff like that, I'm going to prefer to do that behind the wall as a member, only because I feel like that's more like a little bit more personal information that I also don't want people out here being like, oh, in the comments, like, oh, I hate this business model. And, there's always some negativity back and forth. So I always say, yeah, I'll probably do like some member only business stuff. But yeah. Renita says, yes, I would like to know places to go, where to stay, business information. I really enjoy you. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. And yes, I can give you so many tips. I've been to a lot of places. So if you want tips for like Thailand, Singapore, ooh, I have a delivery. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. I have like some of the stuff for the property. I need to get a delivery for it now. Give me 1 second. Well, more than 1 second. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. I literally got downstairs before the lady was about to leave. I'm like, please, my stuff. Whew, I'm out of breath. I need to get back to the gym, honey. That running up the stairs was not it. But yeah. I would like to know places to go, where to stay, business information. I really enjoy you. Thank you so much. I do a lot of traveling. Well, I've done a lot of traveling over the last couple of years. So I have like a lot of tips like that. Oh, guys, 1 second. I need to catch my breath. Wow. Yeah, I need to get back to the gym. Normally, I do like 4 or 5 days at the gym per week, but I kind of slack since I traveled to like Singapore and Thailand. My body clock has been all over the place. My body has just been doing bits. So yeah. But anyways, so yeah, I can give tips for like travel and stuff like that. So if you have a place you're going to or whatnot, just reach out to me if it's somewhere I've been. I would be happy to help. I can see how I can incorporate some of that content onto the show here. Okay, I will for sure. Honestly, typically a lot of channels that I join that really start to grow. Interesting. Renita says, yeah, I'll definitely pay for a membership only for business stuff. Okay, that is good to know. I think it will also be interesting to see like, yeah, because I think I would really enjoy like, just being honest about like how things are going with the business side of things. Some of like the different business models and stuff like that I have used and continue to use, that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm not like a business sort of like I don't have any certifications, in terms of business, but at least I can share like my personal experience of doing different things, at least within property. Interestingly enough, one of the things I was thinking about was I would love to join the property preservation class that Melody teaches as well, as just something. I'm planning to be in the States for like just business scouting a little bit at some point this year. So maybe that might be a time if I'm able to fit in the property preservation class into my schedule, I will do that. But yeah. Anyways, Kat is saying, I love following new content creators here. Aw, thank you. Honestly, really appreciate your support. Thank you for always being on the channel when I go live, to be honest. And I don't even go live much, but thank you for always being here and always supporting. Miyu says, I'm trying to learn as much as possible because right now I'm in a testimony season and it has been tough nowadays. A degree means nothing. Ooh, so I need to do something different, invest. Do you know what? You are speaking to the choir, and I'll tell you why. So, some of you guys may not know, but I actually have a law degree. And beyond that, I actually qualified as a lawyer and worked as a lawyer in this country for some time. Yet, what I actually did was I changed professions. I changed what I was doing. And when I tell you that how much, if I compare how much I was earning then to now, it was 100% increase, right? And this job that I have now has given me the opportunity to also invest more. And one of the things that I've said to myself is I'm going to invest in like multiple streams of income, multiple things. So even in property, I'm doing different things to diversify the portfolio as well. So that's why I'm also thinking, oh, maybe do property preservation as well, see what I can do within that property space, do something with like service accommodation model, that kind of stuff. So those are some of the things that I'm doing in the background. So yeah, like if you guys are interested in it, that could be something I can like set up for the members only, and we can do that like behind the wall and just talk about it and be honest about like some of our experiences. It could be also something where, I can allow like everyone to come up that wants to talk as well and just talk about like your experiences, how things are going for you and stuff like that. But I just think that's something for behind the wall. And I'm so sorry that things have been a bit hard for you, you. What I will say is it does get better. And even though I don't know the ins and outs of what you're going through, I do relate to feeling like, wow, spending so much time having a degree, doing some of this, and then realizing that you don't even need that to be able to excel and make so much money in different areas. Sometimes it's actually like it's like a huge surprise. So But yeah, if you want to you can reach out to me directly on Instagram if you want to, at Reviews and Recaps. We can talk. And maybe when I set up the whole membership thing with the business stuff, we can also talk a little bit more there. If Mel leaves, I'm not watching. Actually, I'm on a blackout due to Martell still being on there. Misty, to be honest, Misty, I completely understand how you feel, because I think Martell has done so much, yet Martell still continues to be on the show. It's like, what does Martell have to do to get people to finally decide enough is enough? You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like Carlos is never going to let Martell leave. The only way Martell is leaving is if the higher ups insist that Carlos has to get him to step down. But I don't think they will. Because if Melody is not going to be on the show, then honestly, if Melody is not going to be on the show, then I feel like they might feel like they have to hold on to one Holt, to Martell Holt. Renita says, I'm interested in Mel's class too. Let's do it together. Wonderful. I would love to be honest. I would love to. Is it an in-person class? Because my understanding is it's sort of like a mixture of like in-person and online. Let me know if that is it. Because if that's the case, then that's why I need to do it when I'm in the US and as opposed to now. But let me know, Renita, if you know. Miyu says, I have a network security IT degree, and when I started college, it was booming. They were hiring, but now more is required. Yes, that is the thing, especially with like IT in general. More is always required. Even if you know something now, the next thing is like you need to continue to like, improve or expand your education in some way. One thing I've also found out or felt is like in these spaces, you have to, when the opportunity presents itself, run with it, take it real quick, and then start looking out for other things whilst you're still in that area. So for me, even with what I'm doing currently, I'm already thinking, how can I then expand into other areas as well? So why did I think the course required some like physical presence as well? Maybe I'm out of touch. You don't have any social media, just YouTube. No, that's okay. You can come hang with us whenever. And maybe when we take it behind the wall, if you're able to join as well, that would be great. Renita says, it's disappointing that we spend so much time on education and then not use it. Completely agree. It's like I battle with it sometimes. I'm like, if I know what I know, would I still have done law? But then I think I would have, because law still helps me in every area of my life, if I'm being completely honest. Because now, even if I decide to stop doing what it is I'm currently doing, I can easily go back to law and pick up back as a lawyer. I'm still a lawyer anyways on the roll and stuff, but I mean, like, I can pick up and decide to actually start doing the job and practicing law again. So I could do that. The other thing is law actually helps you with like practical stuff in like, so for instance, like I had a contract being sent to me for the property thing. I was able to review the contract myself. So sometimes the education does come in handy eventually. But I do think sometimes you do get educated in certain areas and you don't really use it, to be honest. Yeah, so you said Mel's course is online. Okay, because I thought it was online, but I thought there was also the bits where there's some in-person stuff as well. All right, let's continue watching.
For 2025. Get it.
Has anyone watched this or read that book before? Sorry. Has anyone read that book that Tisha was showing?
No, she wouldn't have, guys. He's a grown-ass man. You'd have beat her to sleep. What are you talking about? There's a reality aspect to this too, y'all. All right. Tisha, as a black woman, you are inspiring. Thank you. Thank you. Can you scroll up and answer our questions? LOL.
What's the question?
Just ask it again.
I'm sorry. We missed it.
What made you change your mind about counseling?
Oh, you, babe. Oh, I don't think we should get it away because we're about to start filming.
We're probably not going to film that, Tisha. They're probably not going to tell her.
I think that's something they would probably want to cover.
They're going to cover it, but they're going to cover the bullshit. They're not going to tell it the real.
Eesh.
What made me change my mind about counseling is, you know,
like Marsau is really giving us the example of how you expose your employers, because he's out here not giving a F. He's literally out here saying that they're going to cover it in a BS way. Like, if that's not exposure, I don't know what is. This man is literally saying that you can't even trust the production to do their jobs properly. That's crazy. That is crazy.
First of all, here's my fundamental concept about counseling. I won't accept directions from someone who's not willing to listen and find out where I'm coming from. The analogy behind it is if I called up someone and said, hey, I'm trying to get to Birmingham, and they said, make a right. You're like, bro, you don't even know where I'm at. So if you're willing to listen to me and understand where I'm coming from, then I can trust your advice, because now I think that you see the world through my eyes. And so this counselor, I agreed, because righteously we were.
But it's not the person's job to see the world from your eyes. They're allowed to be an independent party outside looking in, seeing both sides, not from your eyes, Marsau. You're not the only person in this relationship.
We're at our wits' end. We were at our wits' end, and I didn't think that, we were at our wits' end. And
Marsau has an issue with being wrong. Absolutely. I think he feels like he is the authority when it comes to his relationship with Tisha, when it comes to anything that he does. He feels like he's the one that decides what happens. And I'm just like, in therapy or counseling, the lady or the man is out here looking, thinking, okay, I hear what you're saying, but how about we think about it in this way? I don't think it makes sense for Marsau to sort of be like, oh, it has to be seen through his own eyes. It's just he feels like he's the only one that is important and only his opinion matters in this relationship. Tennessee Girl says is ridiculous, and is. The way he behaves, I'm just like, yeah, very ridiculous.
It's just like, what are we doing? What's going on? And righteously, I mean, to be honest, like, I think that it was the million little rocks that social media threw at us. I mean, they cracked windshields. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from top to bottom.
Now you're blaming
they
us.
read comments, and as much as we want to think that negativity doesn't get in, negativity after it finds a way into your life. And so some of the arguments that we'd have, or some of the heated discussions we'd have, they weren't our words. They were words from comments that we read that got into our spirit or whatever. And so the question is, how do we navigate through that? You know what I'm saying? How do we navigate through that? I think that y'all don't give Tisha enough credit, right?
Oh, okay.
First of all, guys, just be fair. You see television. You've never seen our real life, all right? I'm not this level-headed guy in every aspect, and all of a sudden this shitty-ass dude, okay? Just start there. But if y'all want to believe that, fine, believe that, all right? My point is that...
So why are you on the show if you're not this person? So why are you on the show portraying to be somebody like that if you are not that? That's what I don't understand. I understand that production can do a lot of crazy things and production can make you look a certain way. I get it. However, we've seen you've been consistent since season 1. Are you telling me that production has not cracked? Yet, when you get on live, you show us the same behavior that production has been showing us on the show. No, we believe your actions. We believe what you're showing us on the live and by production. So it can't all be fake. It's like you're trying to make it seem like everything is just fake. Nothing is real. You're trying to get everyone to start questioning their own sanity and their own perception of you. In a way, it feels like he thinks we're all Tisha, and he thinks that he can gaslight us into believing whatever it is that he wants us to believe. It's not going to work. He said everything is an act. So why does it bother him what is aired or what they discuss if it's all fake? Wow, that is such a good point. If it is all an act and we're all actors and you guys are just acting, why do you care? Just say, well, you're reacting to my action, my accent. I must be a really good actor, and that should be the end of it. But no, you are very heated about this. You're talking about this. It clearly bothers you so much. That's why you're over here addressing it. Even though we're just like, how, why are you still talking about this?
It's tough seeing. No one's prepared for hundreds of thousands of comments, and unless you have the conviction of, absolute conviction of Jesus Christ or something, 1,000 people, 10,000 people saying you're stupid will make you look in the mirror and be like, damn, am I missing something? You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, this motherfucker said, so y'all acting.
No.
Yes, dummy. No. Yes, dummy. It's television.
We're not acting.
Have you ever seen us go to the bathroom? Like, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? So y'all acting? Shut up.
What do you mean by acting? Because it's not really, we don't have like someone telling us this is all, our roles that we have to play. We're ourselves. The conversations we have those conversations.
The conversations are mostly what if. What if somebody actually called you a bitch in real life? What would you do? All right? In what scenario do me and Tisha sit down and a guy talk all that shit to us and we just sit there?
Yeah, that's acting.
Yeah.
Because we got way
and then get up and go party?
Too much stuff to lose. We work too hard to get to where we're at in life.
What? What? All right.
Yeah, we're good. Right. Because honestly, if someone say that to you, you just wouldn't be around them anymore. You don't have to hang out with them anymore.
Yeah,
we're not resolving anything.
Yeah, okay, tell me the one time you seen us go live.
Now?
Show me a picture of us that doesn't have a camera. Like, okay, guys, we actually have to be paid to be around them. We have to be paid well to be around these motherfuckers, dog. Yeah, of course we're acting. That's the truth, dog. Ken and Trish, we fuck with them. Stormy and Courtney, they used to come around Black. Destiny be there all the time. Wanda be there all the time. Everybody be on the show. They got other people that we actually have to get compensated to be around them motherfuckers. It's like that.
Okay.
What's the name of the book again? Let Them.
So I guess he also has to be paid to be around Melody, because he did not list Melody among the people that come around Black. Well, I'm not surprised because Melody ain't checking for them like that anyway. I will say that. So not surprised about that at all.
The Let Them Theory by Mel Robertson.
We're trying to answer some questions, dog. I'm glad y'all being genuine. Baby, we're always genuine. Ask anybody from up and down. You always see the comments. They always say Marsau will never change.
If you guys are being genuine, then you won't be out here saying you're acting. Like, do these people think everyone is slow? Because in one vein, you're talking about you guys are acting. Now you're saying like you're being genuine. When are you genuine? Is it when you were acting on the show? Or are you talking about being genuine now? It's just very confusing. And they just need to decide where they want to stick to. But everyone, please like the video if you haven't already. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And make sure you turn on all your notifications so you know every single time that I post or go live. Me, you're saying, so it's an act then. That's what actors and actresses do. These two are idiots. If you're being paid to be around people, then you're acting. Absolutely. So if you're saying it's all an act, then you can't be getting irritated when people say you're acting. You can't be like, oh yeah, you're being genuine. Which is it? Are you acting? Is this genuine? Is this a lie? What is it? Come out and tell us the truth. Because it ain't adding up. It isn't.
Shut the fuck up.
Sometimes you do counseling. Yeah, I think so too. We've never done counseling before. Not before marriage. So this is our first time doing it.
Lifestyle. Oh, she said a middle class lifestyle.
I'm really surprised they've never done counseling as a couple before. Like most people do premarital counseling, but maybe back then when they got married, they decided not to do it. But yeah. Hi, Catherine. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. Catherine is saying, I really hope Mel leaves the show and presses charges on everybody. Sis, I understand. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I don't know how she's going to press charges, because I don't really think that there are things that they have done that has gotten to that extent of charges. I think, of course, Martell, that goes without saying. I think Carlos King, she may have something there in relations to workplace harassment or something along those lines, allegedly, in my opinion. But I just don't know what charges she can bring against the rest of them. I guess the only other thing is, if they knew about the revenge P, saw the revenge P, distributed it in some way, then perhaps there is something there. But I don't know much about the laws over there in Huntsville. But yeah, interesting.
Raymond's one of the food truck the black. You know what? We might do that.
This girl said, how come you put up with Marsau's comments because with the middle class lifestyle that you live?
What?
I don't know. She's basically saying that.
Oh, so people keep talking about our house.
No. Wait. But here's the thing.
Oh.
What she's saying basically is...
She's talking about our house?
No. What she's saying...
The plot thickens. Oh, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. So they actually did get counseling because she was already pregnant. After a month of dating, you don't really know the person that well. So if you're pregnant for them after a month of dating, that is risky business. And in a way, maybe that's why Marsau behaves in a certain way towards her. Maybe he feels like she trapped him. Because the way he treats her like he would treat an op, in my opinion. So I wonder if he feels trapped. And he felt like she trapped him from day one. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that is what it is. I feel like, thank you, Miyu, for that. It really feels like, wow, it really feels like that has shed some light. Honestly, it feels like maybe he feels resentful. He feels like she trapped him with the pregnancy, and he hated that he felt like he had to marry her. Maybe that wasn't his choice. I don't mean that wasn't his choice in the sense that, like, you know, of course he ultimately made the decision, but I mean, like, maybe Tisha wasn't his first choice. Maybe he was dating Tisha and a few other people and just thought, okay, and then she now got pregnant and he's like, oh, now I have to marry her. But then there were other people that he could have been better suited to. Oh, that is something. That's the thing about it, right? I always feel like just because you get married, just because you get pregnant for someone, I understand why people do it, but I always think, make sure you're marrying them because you want to spend the rest of your life with them, not because they are pregnant for you. If you've made a mistake, you don't have to do it twice, in my opinion. Yes, if you ever look at the clips from his interview with Carlos, he explains it. Yeah, I never really watched that interview fully. I think I just saw clips of that. To be honest, I don't think I've ever watched a Carlos King interview fully. I think maybe, unless I've reacted to it, but I doubt it. I don't think I really fully watched it. I tend to watch clips because I'm just like, yeah, I ain't got that time. But yeah. Interesting. So he explained it fully. I see. That really explains a lot because he behaves like someone who did not choose his wife. He behaves like someone who it feels like, why am I stuck with you? And that is very, very sad. Like, no one forced you to marry her. You chose to marry her. So you shouldn't be treating her like crap just because you made that decision. That's on you, sir.
Is that she'll put up with disrespect if the house is bigger. Is that what you're trying to say, ma'am? You trying to say nigga you treat you like shit if he's paying more?
Anyways, what you guys have to realize is that in life you make sacrifices for the bigger things, right? So I hope.
Yeah, and he also does like too much dramatic sometimes. Like, it's not that deep, sir. Like, the faces, the hoo ha ha, like, it's too much sometimes. I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't care for it.
Y'all know that when the fans say stuff about my house and how small it is, I could care less. Like, we moved here for a reason, and we're meeting our goals one by one.
No, we're doing 10 church.
And that's the reason for our move. But other than, like, all the other stuff y'all are saying. I don't know who just say I want to be this person, then bam, you wake up and you're that person. You make sacrifice to be where you want to be in life. And so that's what this is. These are sacrifices, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, our people that like us have a level of intelligence, and I'm not saying that to discourage any of the fools. I am saying that some of the idiots don't quite get it because they don't have the logic to understand some of the jokes or some of the sentences that we say. That probably went over their head, in fact. But in order to like us, especially even to like me, you have to have a certain level of intelligence. And so if you don't like me, you're probably stupid.
Okay, my soldiers in the building.
Update us on Scott Manor.
Do you guys still want to watch this video? Because I'm starting to feel like, is he just constantly calling people stupid? Let me know in the chat if you guys still want us to watch the video. So I'm just like, what is with all the stupid? Like, what kind of mess is that? Catherine says, do you think Slaw is coming on the show? So, Catherine, I've heard rumors and like you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard a little bit of the recordings or content creators talking about some of the recordings that have been exposed recently, where Slaw is giving the impression that like certain folks want to film with her. So, for example, Kimmy, aka Maurice's alleged side chick in the past, feel like feels like she does not mind filming with Arian. She does not mind bringing Arian on the show as a friend of. I just think that's a madness. That Kimmy feels comfortable enough to bring Slaw on the show. So I do think it will happen or it may happen. Now, I don't know how entertaining, like I don't really think it's going to bring much because I don't think that, I feel like if Mel leaves, then it's not going to, there's really nothing that Slaw is going to come and do on the show. I don't really see what Slaw is going to bring to the show. She said everything on social media for anyone who cares to listen. I don't think there's going to be anything extra that Slaw can bring to the show. But you guys, let me know. Do you guys want to see Slaw on the show? And for those of you who don't know who Slaw is, Coleslaw, aka Arian Curry. So let me know. Do you guys want to see Slaw on the show? No, people that like you are lacking brain cells. Exactly. That is exactly it. Because it's like, what in the mess is going on? Out here just calling people lack of people and saying people are not intelligent and stupid constantly. It's like he has an inflated sense of self. Who do you think you are, sir? Who do you think you are to be out here calling people all types of stupid and this and this and this and that? Like, so out of order. And I just think like, yeah, I feel like I understand why people like him and stuff and things like that. I get it, but at the same time I'm like, that disrespect, you can enjoy someone and then but then the way they behave, you can also call it out. For me, I do not like the calling people stupid and all sorts of nonsense. Like, anybody got time for that? Yeah, just mad. Miyu says, I think Slaw is coming on the show. Do you know what? I think you may be right. Because the way Martell has been throwing her in everything, the way that also I feel like the timings of everything coming out, the recordings, it seems like there's something there. If they're not trying to bring her on the show, why is everything coming up about her? It just feels like they're plotting and scheming. And then when I think about some of the things that Melody has been posting about vindication and stuff, I'm just like, is that what's going on behind the scenes? Like, what is really going on? I feel like I wish there was someone in there that could expose it all. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, somebody needs to tell us what's going on in Huntsville. I just want to know. Catherine says he has resentfulness for Tissue. Completely agree. He moves like someone that does not like his wife. Very sad to say. I can't believe I'm ever saying that out, but that is how he moves. He moves like he does not rate her. He moves like he could not be asked. Like, if she decides to leave today, he's going to be like, all right, like, lock the door on your way out or something like that. Like, he just doesn't care. Catherine says, I love your accent. Thank you so much, Catherine. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep watching.
Guys, we're building a dream. And I had no clue, talking about Scott Manor, I had no clue how big what we're talking about doing. I had no clue. I had no clue. If I would have known, boy, Reese looked at that thing. He came up on the mountain because it's hard to see it unless you're right there. Reese came up on the mountain. He said, "Bruh, Kimmy saved my marriage." He said, "Because ain't no way in hell."
Kimmy would have been going through it this long. Kimmy told me that. She's like, Tisha, girl, I don't see how you have the patience for this.
We've been doing this since 2018. Before y'all even met us, that's when we bought it.
The land.
But you know what? This is the real. This is the real, and this is why people think it'll never happen, and you get discouraged in your dreams, and that's understandable, because sometimes you start off in your dreams in 2018, and you don't see anything going up until 2024.
Yeah.
But when that bitch goes up,
it's gonna be up.
But when that bitch goes up,
I like the comments. A lot of people are very positive. A lot of people are saying that they do want to see more construction and Black excellence in what we're doing. Well, I mean, y'all continue on the show. I mean, y'all have a great group of individuals on this show that's doing some great things. So y'all just have to keep letting them know what y'all want to see.
You see that? You see that? You see that manipulation? You guys just have to keep letting them know what you guys want to see. When we said what we wanted to see, you guys called us deplorables. You guys called us all sorts of things. I'm not even going to say us because I was not involved in that. But anyway, people were out here calling people deplorables, all sorts of disgusting names. And now you're saying, oh yeah, you guys speak up. Tell them what you want to see. No, you tell them. Those are your employers. So you go over there and go speak to them. Like, why should we be doing you guys any favors? Especially when every time we've spoken in the past, you guys have ended up calling people names. So no. You guys do that. Put your big girl panties on and go speak to the execs. Tisha and Kimi are hospice wives. That is it. That is all. Hilarious. Me says Scott Manor is held up because they don't have the funds to finish it. I agree, in my opinion. See, Marsau is banking on money coming in by any means necessary. They're just throwing things against the wall to see what sticks. Yep. I think that they feel like if they can come out here and say this, then whatever nonsense we see on the new season, they can say, well, we told y'all, we're actors. We told y'all, don't believe anything you see. So that when the truth about them also comes out, nobody can hold them to it. Because everyone will say, well, they said they're acting. It's all acting. There's no truth to it. When in reality, it is the truth. So I feel like it's all an act. They know exactly what they're trying to do. But it's not going to work. We know what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work. It's not working, Marsau. It ain't working. It's almost how many minutes in and I'm still not convinced. So I don't think anyone in this chat is convinced. You're going to have to do a better job than that.
You need a YouTube. Yeah, we do. We're I'm actually starting a YouTube channel.
Your wedding ring.
I'm starting a YouTube channel because
you see my wife next to me, right?
Marsau, stop. So I am starting a YouTube channel because we do want to show what we're doing in construction. And so we got a lot of good things coming out about construction. We're starting a YouTube channel. We also going to start some more things where we're going to educate people on pretty much answering these questions about how to become a general contractor. So those things are in the works. So you guys will see more of that soon.
Will you guys watch a YouTube channel with Tisha and Marsau where they show you guys how to be general contractors? Let me know in the chat. Will you guys be subscribing and going over there to their YouTube channels? I'm just curious.
Yeah, you need to pull up the black. Reality.
They ready for Mommy Business Podcast to start back. As soon as I get my office, which is very soon, we're starting back Mommy Business Podcast.
And the masterclass is coming.
Okay, that's confusing. Did you hear Tisha say, as soon as I get my office? So what happened to the office that they showed us on Love and Married Huntsville. So does she have an office? Does she not have an office? Like, I just don't understand. It's confusing. And this is the thing, it's like you can't even place it because it's like, what's the truth? Did she have an office? Did she not have an office? And also, if you want to record, you find a way to record. You don't necessarily need an office. Right now, I'm in my room. I'm not in the office. I don't have an office set up to record this for you guys. I just have my desk. I sit at my desk and do what I got to do. So I don't really understand why you need an office to record that podcast. Even when I was doing like video content and stuff, I just set up a certain place, set up the background real nice, and I filmed the videos. You don't necessarily need all of that if you are really trying to build, and it's just an excuse. It's like when someone wants to procrastinate and they don't want to do what they're meant to do, so they have all the excuses in the world. That's what it's given. You're not passionate about mommy business or whatever it is that you call it. So you're not doing it because that's just an excuse, in my opinion. Wait, did Marsau admit in his deposition that he's never built anything? Girl, I do not remember. Did he say that? Let me know. I also think like the truth of the matter is if you want to get something done, you do it. If you have to rent a studio space, like the way you guys are talking, like you guys got it like that, you mean to tell me you can't rent a studio space? You can rent a studio space. Rent it, rent it. You can even like do it, batch create, rent it for 2 days or a whole day and record all your episodes for that year in 1 day or in 2 days. People do it all the time. And then they schedule the content. So if she really wanted to do it, she could have done it. But that's the thing, it just sounds like excuses. When you're not passionate about something, you find excuses. Like today now, I was feeling really exhausted, yet I love hanging with you guys, so I came on regardless. I could have said, oh, I'm tired today, I'm going to lay in bed and not do that. Plus, I have so much to do today, which I do. I'm still going to have to do after this call. But I'm like, nah, I want to hang out with you guys. I want to spend time with you guys, engage with you guys, and show this for you guys. But anyway, I can see some more people coming in. As you're coming in, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. I want you to smash it. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And turn on all your notifications as well. All right, let's keep playing.
As well, it's going to be a scope masterclass where we're going to be talking about in the scope, and we're working on that right now as we speak. And we have a company that we're working with, because here's the thing: the same way you see on TV, what I'm trying to help people do is avoid some of the pitfalls. I've said Hov did that, so hopefully you ain't got to go through that. And what happens is a lot of times what we're doing is we're trying to show you the real, right? Like I just told you about why one of the reasons why I had to sue this person is because I wasn't demonstrating courage, because I felt lucky to be there. And what
Yes, in his deposition, Trendy has all the documents from the Zen Garden case. Oh, okay, interesting. To be honest, I like listened a little bit to like some of the videos, but I didn't really like go through every single thing or like listen into every single thing, because I was just like, oh, this is a lot of information. You, how do you feel about inviting people on your channel to talk? I'm open to that, to be honest. Like if you want to come up today, yes, I can see an invite button. I can invite you, put the link in the chat for you guys to come up. I don't mind that at all. I think I always the thing about it is because I'm always very like most times I don't plan the lives because I just do it when I'm just like, oh, I'm free today, let me quickly like hang with you guys. So sometimes I'm always like, oh, are people gonna show up and like come up, to speak? But yeah, I'm always open. If you guys want to come up, I can put the link in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you want to come up, and I'll put the link in the chat for you guys to come up. I'm always happy for you guys to come up. If anything, I want you guys to come up, because then I don't have to do all the talking. Like we could just be talking together. So yeah, let's do that. Me says, but you lost the lawsuit. Yep, but this is the funny thing. I feel like they know the way to like craft the narrative and say what they want you to hear and know, and then they also know how to hide and not say what it is they don't want you to know. So it's just like people just need to be better at like picking the real from the fake, really, and just knowing everything in this video, in my opinion, is just deflection. Because they don't want the new season to be about Marsau's cheating. That is my opinion. I don't think anything else is going to change it, but let's keep watching the video.
Lucky to be there means is that I was letting some things slide that I shouldn't have let slide. I should have been more assertive in my approach towards getting paid. And then time ran out, and it was kind of like rely on him to do the right thing. All right. So my point is, what we're going to teach you is how to study for the test to become a general contractor, study and pass the test to become a general contractor, how to become a GC, and how to be a GC after you become it, which means what are the things you need to get in place. We're going to cover things like who should you partner with, who should you hire. I'll use some small stuff for the free. I used to make a hiring decision based on 3 C's, which is character, competence, and chemistry. So if you had the right chemistry, it meshed well with the team. If you could understand what you're doing as far as the competence and you had the right character, then I'd make that hiring decision. I've added a 4th C, especially when it comes to partnership or forming a core team, which is commitment. And so now I'm willing to give up a level of competence as long as you have the character, chemistry, and a commitment to be in the core team. But as far as if you don't have the commitment to be in the core team, you must have the competence. So I'm not hiring someone that has great character and great chemistry, but they don't lack the commitment or the competence. But that's just some different things you'll learn in that lesson, and then you can put your own approach to it. The goal is, if you've ever tried to become a GC, you understand that we are shut out. You damn near got to be a GC before you can become a GC. And so I'm trying to teach you some different ways where you can become that, because that's where the money is. Mm-hmm. This must say he long-winded. Well, baby, get the fuck off the line. You can.
Maybe they can teach Martell how to pass the exam. Is that the same exam that Martell has been struggling to pass? Like, you guys, let me know in the chat. If they can teach Martell how to pass the exam, I might subscribe just for that. Just for that. Because if you can help Martell, who has failed the exam so many times, help him pass, then you guys must know what you're doing.
You can press that button up there.
Okay, so let's see. More conversations and helping the community. Okay. Let's see.
Baby, stop talking. You need to protect your wife. Stop watching television for protection of wives.
Right. Oh, y'all want us to do a live showing the status of our house? Okay, we'll do that.
They've been building their personal home for a decade.
Ooh, damn.
That's fine.
But when that decade come, baby, it's going to be worth the wait.
That's fine with me. I'm cool with that.
It's like there's no rush. We're living and healthy. Thank you, Jesus.
Will Black ever have a dance floor? No.
Okay.
What else we got? I don't think production favors anyone. I think production favors the mess. And I think I'm not saying production is doing anything different, but I'm saying is that production is a great people. I'm just talking about me. And if I was a lazy producer, then I wouldn't investigate people's lives, try to figure out what they're doing, how that interfaces with each other. I would just look on social media and basically let the first few episodes write themselves and just follow it. I'd call it following the reel.
Okay, I agree with what Marsau said when I say just let the cameras follow these people. Let the cameras follow the reel and stop manufacturing ish. And that's what I've always said. I've kind of felt like a lot of it has been very overproduced. And it's like, just follow the reel, follow the drama, follow whatever it is they're showing. If they're doing this, follow it. And then somehow a storyline will emerge. but it feels like they just create it and they're always thinking like, oh, let's do this this way, and then it ends up being a mess. Thank you for correcting me, you, because I was thinking it is the builder's license. You're right. Because I was just thinking like, yo, if they can teach Martell how to pass whatever test he's trying to pass, like, you guys have made a believer out of me.
Even though we have to, even though I'd have to recreate the reel, you know, I mean, and the truth is, if I was a lazy producer, I wouldn't care because I'm still getting paid, whether the show sells or not. I get paid by the hour, so that's what I would do if I was a lazy producer. Thank God we don't have lazy producers, and hopefully, there's no signs of lazy production coming around.
Yeah. So y'all can
Hopefully.
stay off these narratives that y'all putting on social media thinking that it's going to make the show. No, it's not. We're not falling for it. Okay, I think it's just some of the same questions now.
All right, love you guys.
Love you. Thank you. We love y'all too. Thank y'all so much for the support. Show the book again. Yeah, I mean, y'all listen. Y'all love my mom. I think I need to have her on my live next time so y'all can ask her all these questions.
No, thank
She's a trip.
you.
I love my mommy too.
You want to see something different? Are you sure? Because we can do more of the same for the 11th season, 10th and 11th season in a row. We can do the exact same thing. Just dumpster fire after dumpster fire. Show you. Guys, here's a secret. Here's a secret. Same thing. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. That's all you're getting. Same thing.
No Nothing receipts. Is the same for 7 years. No. Everybody grows. Guys, like no my kids have grown.
Just arguments. The same thing. We there's never going to be a fight. There's never going to be a fight. There's never going to be a fight. All you're going to see is Martell cooning, saying whatever he wants to say and trying to get reactions out of people. People following it. People running there. And then you're going to see the promise, oh, he got receipts, he got this, he got this, he got this. It's never going to be anything. I'm telling you right now. So tune in, because at the end of the day, when the Saints go marching in, they call my number. I'm going to be right up there, standing right there, sitting down right next to him. I ain't going to be cooning. I'm going to let him coon. More real estate. I feel like y'all bashing the show. I'm not bashing the show. I'm not bashing the show at all.
Why would we bash the show?
No, I wouldn't bash the show.
That makes no sense.
I'm saying that.
You guys are gaslighters. Gaslighters. How are you saying all of these things and then you're like, oh, I'm not bashing the show? You talked about the editing. You talked about how you guys were actors. You talked about how they put you guys in a certain place, how you're not going to be there if not for the check. You are saying all these things that are affecting the integrity of the show. Yes, you're like, oh, I'm not bashing the show. It's manipulative. The manipulation of it all. Absolutely. It's like you're trying to gaslight us the way you gaslight Tisha. And Tisha is also trying to gaslight us the way she gets gaslighted all the time, in my opinion. Because I'm just like, you can't say all of that and then say, we're not bashing the show. We're not bashing the show. So what are you guys doing? Please clarify. Talk to us like we're two. What are you guys doing? Tisha, your mom speaks in cursive. No one understands her. Absolutely. Guys, I'm not playing. I've never been able to watch any of her live videos to the end. I start and I'm like, nah. There are so many times I want to make videos about something she said. And I'm like, no, I'm going to have to go and watch another YouTuber's coverage of it. Or just maybe I watch 5 minutes and then I give you all my commentary on the 5 minutes. But even that 5 minutes, I struggle. I have to pause. Oh my God, I can't. Even thinking about it is making me want to like do something nasty. No, nah. I hate the way she speaks, honestly. I can't stand it.
A lazy producer would allow social media to control the narrative of the show. We don't have lazy producers. So I don't think that our producers, because they're not lazy, they're not going to let social media control the narrative of the show. Because it wouldn't be LAMH. It wouldn't be Love and Marriage Huntsville. It would be Love and Martell Hope.
And yeah, we're not letting a cast member produce
you say Love and Marriage
of the show.
That's hilarious.
Like, no, we're not doing that.
Well, you're doing the same thing.
I can't
You're doing the
confirm or
same
deny that.
thing. You don't want Martell to drive the direction of the show, but you're trying to drive the direction of the show by being on this live video trying to direct the show. You are complaining about what Martell does, but you are doing the same thing in a bid to get the same results that he does. Oh my god, this is the thing. They think we're slow. They really think that we are slow, honestly. Me, you're saying, have I tried to do an interview with some of the cast members? No, I've never reached out to any of the cast members in relation to doing an interview. I think that, to be honest, it's something that I have considered or thought about, but I'm just like, I don't. My channel is currently a faceless channel, and I don't know how these folk are gonna feel about doing an interview with someone who is a faceless, who has a faceless channel, right? So that's the only thing. But I do think about it sometimes, and I'm like, I do think that I will get to the nitty gritty of things. I would ask certain questions. Like one of the things I do for work is actually asking people questions to understand how they think and feel. So yeah, I would definitely be asking all the right questions. Because I also have experience of doing that for years. But it's just whether or not like people would be keen on that with the faceless channel. Plus, I think I do need to build my channel a little bit more, have a lot more subscribers, to also, I guess, get their attention a little bit and be able to pull the numbers for the interview. So yeah, but thanks for asking that question. Also, is that something you think I should do? If so, maybe I can add that and actually genuinely start doing that if I think that that's something that you guys want to see.
We haven't started filming yet. All right? That's what they want to happen. What they want to do is say so much crap that we've got to respond to it. But at the end of the day, our response has already been done. Y'all seen it happen in real time. All right? So the nonsense, I don't know why we're going to cover it. And if we cover it, if I say something different, trust me, this is real, that's fake.
Thank you guys so much for the love of the Mason Miller products. And listen, adults, you can use it on your hair too. I use their products on my hair. It works really great. Try it, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you right now. Now this scent right here is the bubblegum scent. We're about to come out with another scent for their products, but it's been doing really well, and I'm super excited about it. Mason Miller, they're actually excited about it too. So this has been like a great journey for me and the girls, just bonding together over this and teaching them things, basic things about starting the business and growing their business. So this has been really fun for me and the girls. So thank y'all so much for y'all support in purchasing their products. It's been, y'all are doing something good for these young black girls, with helping them create their own business.
This book said, Marsau, you attacked the fans. Sweetie, I didn't attack the fans. If you feel attacked, then I probably did attack you.
Yes.
I only attacked the stupid people.
Oh, Martell, I've been Marsau.
Okay. So what else are we going to talk about?
No. This live was about Martell. We were.
Yeah, Marsau likes to just constantly talk about people and then be like, oh, I didn't attack you guys. You did. Like, stop trying to gaslight people. You did attack people. You did. Like, what do you think this is? You did attack people. But anyway. Miyu saying, yes, that would be great. Even cast members from other shows, because everyone wants to be able to express themselves. No, you're absolutely right about that. What other shows do you guys watch? So Miyu, let me know what other shows you watch. And anyone who's still in the chat, let me know what other shows you guys watch, so I can like start figuring out like what shows to really focus on. So I know we talked about the Pop the Balloon one, which I'm going to start doing. But also I'm just curious, if you guys haven't watched Pop or do not watch Pop the Balloon with what's her name again? I can't remember her name now. But yeah, it's quite classy. It's not one of those crazy ones, although it has been and can be very entertaining as well. So I think that might be a good show for us to also react to. So yeah, just hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. come over here, watch whatever content we have. I've put a lot of content out. There was only a point this week where I was thinking, like, I don't know what's happening to the YouTube algorithm, but people don't seem to have been like really engaging with some of the content I've put out. So if you guys have missed videos, which I'm sure you have, because the numbers are not saying what the numbers normally say. So please go over there. Yes, Arlette, that's her name. Yes. And please go over there and watch some of the videos that I've posted in the past. But let's continue watching this one.
Spending a lot of time because we were talking about Martell. We were talking about him trying to control the narrative of what we're filming. And that's what I don't want to happen. Yeah. We've got so many different amazing cast members and so much stuff that we look at one dumpster fire. I can't tell you how many times you've heard about Martell and Trish. Guys, what are we talking about? Something that didn't happen. We spent episode after episode after episode talking about the dumb shit. And now what I fear is that we're gonna come in here and I don't want Maurice, I don't want Ken, I don't want Chris, I don't want Destiny, I don't want your mom, I don't want anybody have to walk up to us and say, hey man, so you see what's going on social media? Yes, and I ignored it like I'm about to ignore you.
And
why we gotta talk about it?
We
it's
don't
nonsense.
care about
it's
nothing
stupid.
Martell is putting out.
Move it on.
We don't care about nothing he's putting out.
Y'all don't care anymore. Y'all don't care anymore. Wait till you see this shit for a whole damn year.
Or have to talk about something you don't care about for
Wait till you see it for a whole fucking year. Then you really gonna not care about it. You really gonna not care about it. And how many people, you know how many people gonna come up to you? Reese gonna come to me, hey man, so you see that stuff out there? Reese not coming to me on his own. Trust me. I'm sure he got word somewhere that he should come up and talk to me about it. Reese gonna ask me, Flex gonna ask me, all people gonna ask us about this nonsense. We're like, guys, I don't care about it.
It's not real.
Tell your mom.
Is it real? You keep saying it's not real. Is it not real or is it not true? Is it a lie? Or is it, because you keep saying it's not real, but what is it? Is it true? What are you saying? So the allegation is fabricated and everything is fabricated? Or what exactly do you mean when you say it's not real as opposed to it's not true? Because I just don't understand that line is very vague, especially because they've used the same line when they're talking about like editing and stuff. It's just so weird. Miyu says, new subscriber here. I enjoyed this. No bad language was used. Very refreshing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Honestly, I don't really use bad language. I hate using bad language. In my real life, I don't go out here cursing nobody. I keep it light. I even don't like watching content creators that constantly use bad language just because that's not something I do. And I find it uncomfortable. I've tried to curate my life in a way where I don't be around a lot of that bad language and that level of negativity. So I try to keep my I try to keep what I listen to as clean as possible and also what I say as clean as possible. But yeah, we still talk about things and address things, but we just do it in a way that is as edifying as possible. Mia says, wait, I missed that the first time. Did they just verify Tisha's mom is going to be on the show? So I don't think they've verified that yet, but I think Tisha was trying to say that she wants to bring Wanda back on the show, and people are asking for Wanda. Ain't nobody asking for Wanda. Ain't nobody want Wanda on the show. I'm sure there are some people, but I just don't see what it is that she would bring to the show, in my opinion.
What? Who said that? Don't be talking about my mama on here.
Girl, you tired of Martell and Trish story line is exhausting. We've been talking about the same stuff for 10 seasons.
We're okay, can we move past it?
I'm just saying, dang. It's 10 seasons.
And as soon as Martell is not fighting with anybody, he's gonna bring it back up again.
It's gonna and we don't care about it. I don't even know why it keeps going down. People are not even smart enough to realize that. People are not even smart enough to realize that. That literally, I'm talking about even since season 1, they've never seen us on social media hang out ever under any circumstances. And we weren't hanging out. We've only We met him in 2014. We were cool in 2016. We fell out. Then we got back together right before we started filming.
We met him in 2014. We was cool in 2014, 2015. In 2016, that's when we had our anniversary trip. And they was there. They came to our anniversary trip with us at LeBlanc. And then right after the trip, that's when everything hit the fan and we fell out.
And they fell out. But they had their own issues going on through 2015, 2016 through mid 2017. Then we filmed The Sizzle at November 2017. And we started hanging around each other a little bit back in 2018. But that's it. And we were family friends. Everything we did, we were family. The guys went out to, what's the name? The guys did with 3 trips before. Total, 3 trips. That's the only time we hung out. Me, Reese, and Martell hung out 3 times.
That's the ability.
All right.
Okay, I gotta go feed my babies.
That's right, man. You got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Are you going to ever renew your vows? We renew our vows at
20. We did it at 10.
Yeah.
We did it at 10, so we'll do it again. I want to do it at our house, in our backyard.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it no pop-up trip in Vegas. It's some bullshit, guys. That was us not like that was I'm not gonna say lazy production, but that was someone trying to convince us, ooh, it'd be cool if y'all just renew your vows. Like, guys, vows don't work like that. All right, that's not a vow thing. All right, vows are like serious. All right. All right. What else? No, we're not address. This with Carlos King. Guys, I can tell y'all one thing right now. Everybody responds to the money. That's what we respond to. Everybody responds to money. All right? You're not a good business person if you don't respond to money.
Okay.
Did MJ say 20 in the background?
Y'all hear MJ in the background?
MJ, you said 20. What are you talking about?
He's talking about the girls.
Isn't that something Mel and Martell provide you all with a vehicle, a place to live, and that helped you all start a business just so you all could get on the show, and this is how you all repay them? Absolutely. I think they are examples of people that are very ungrateful. Like, of course, just because someone does something for you does not mean that, for the rest of your life, you should be like worshiping them or anything. You don't have to worship them, but you can be grateful. Even when they do stuff to you, call it out, but still have that level of like gratitude towards what it is that they did for you. But they're the examples of people for you to come on somebody's show, treat them poorly, and then be like, oh, well, now you want to change the narrative and how things are done on their show. It's like, dude, when it didn't concern you and it didn't affect you, you were cool to be riding and constantly coming at Mel because it was convenient for you. But now it's no longer convenient for you and you want to make that a big problem. I'm like, now it's a problem for you. Now you want to rewrite history and turn things into something else. Nah. We're not going to allow it. But anyway, if you're just coming in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it already. But yeah, let's continue watching. We're almost at the end anyway. Let's keep watching.
Need to eat. Oh, he said 20 years. We're gonna renew our vows in 20 years. Yeah, 20 MJ.
Carlos King is the bomb. Carlos
No,
King
we
is going nowhere.
love Carlos King,
Carlos
King
King.
and Rain. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, we appreciate our producers, y'all.
Yeah.
We really, really do. So don't
Yeah.
ever make it seem like, oh, they're no. That's not what we're saying.
And
We
iron sharpens
love our
iron.
producers. Yes, we love being on Oprah.
They have such a weird way of appreciating their producers. You had a whole live talking and acting disgruntled, only for you to try to end the live talking about, we love our producers. What producers do you guys love? Can't be the one that you've been talking about the whole time. Can't be the one. Like, this is what I mean. Like, mean what you say and say what you mean. Stand by what it is. If you really feel the way you feel, stand on it, own it. It's like 1 minute you say, oh no, the production, this production, that, editing. Now you're like, oh, we love our producers. We love Carlos King. What is the truth? Speak the truth. It's like you guys know that you guys have done too much And now you guys want to reel it back in because people are calling you out. Because people see through the BS. People see you for exactly what you are. And now you want to reel it back and pull it back and be like, oh no, we see you. Thank God, because these two are head and a stomach ache. Honestly, I cannot. I'm like you, sis. I cannot wait to finish watching this video. I've enjoyed hanging with you guys, and I still am. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, these people, yeah, yeah, it is long. Me, they need that money now. They're begging. Yep. They do not want to miss out on getting their money. They want to get that money by any means necessary. So if they have to beg, if they have to walk it back, that's exactly what they're going to do. Not surprised at all.
Free network. I mean, it's been like
she said,
a dream, honestly.
Girl,
so
not filming. The hell's wrong with y'all? We damn sure filming. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not at all. Carlos is amazing.
We just want to let y'all know that this social media is not going to be creating our narrative again. Been there, done that, not doing it again.
I don't know. These are questions. These are questions for them. All right. Any more questions that we got? I didn't call.
Oh, thank you. They said MJ is so respectful and nice.
Yeah.
Look at MJ getting a little clout, y'all. Y'all pray for
Why are
me.
they saying that?
My baby about to get ready to leave me.
We didn't say nobody was gay. We said he likes men. Likes to sleep with men.
You look at you. Don't fall for that.
I don't know how he identifies. I'm just saying to me.
No, we ain't addressing that.
And it's more about sexual history than anything.
Okay.
It's not about that. It's about their sexual history. He was trying to allude to her sexual history. We talked about his sexual history. That's it. Nothing else. Yeah, the kids are respectful.
No, black women don't need 4 degrees. You need, again, you get what you want in life. If you want 4 degrees, get 4 degrees. Do whatever you want to do. YOLO. You only got one life to live, baby. Live it up. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Don't let nobody do that. So, and for all the people, all my fans that has DM me and talked about like their speaking engagement, their speaking and like thanking me for coming out with that. That was that, and it still is. It's a struggle. It has been a struggle in my life forever, and it was something I was ashamed of. And so when I spoke about it on the show, one of my producers was in the room with me for like 2 hours. He was in the room with me for like an hour where I was crying. I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm so happy I finally did talk about it. I'm improving it. I'm not the best, but I'm still growing and I'm good at it. So don't let nobody tell you what you can't do or silent you. Like, be what you want to do.
You know, he got a full. He got a full scholarship.
Yeah, he got a scholarship offer. That's the first one we got. So
we're gonna see. U of M should be coming this year, this week.
Okay, we need rich wife gear. Got y'all. I hear y'all. I see y'all. Okay.
Hey kids, everybody said hello. Mila, you want to come by and say hi?
Mila, come here, MJ. I'm about to post a picture of MJ here, y'all. He just got it braided, so. We've been keeping up with it. Mila, say hey to the peeps.
Hi. Oh, Mila is a cutie, though.
Y'all see she got her hair from her dad, right?
No, how Mila twists have been growing. And we've been talking to them about how to properly take care of their hair. So that's the main thing about starting this product line, was to really talk to the girls and teach them about how to take care of their hair.
Hey guys,
because I did a good job in the beginning, but now I'm done. I'm over it.
I'm acting like a good father for social media. How am I doing, Mila? Am I doing good? Am I doing good? You would have felt like
sorry,
you like
but leave the kid. I liked when he brought the kids on or brought Mila on, but I don't like the I'm acting there for social media. Oh, is it like, leave her alone? You don't have to ask her that. You don't have to involve her in this BS. She did not ask to be on the show. She's just a child. I don't really like that bit, but maybe I'm just being too sensitive. Miyu says, at least Mel talk her ish or talk her stuff and stand on it because she doesn't have to depend on Carlos King's foolishness. Yep. She does not have to depend on his money. She does not have to depend on anything that he offers her. So she can stand in it and stand in the truth of how she feels. I feel like these folk, in my opinion, love the check that they're getting from owning Carlos King. And so they do not want to do too much so that they don't lose the check. They feel like they can do enough to keep that check. And that's exactly what I feel like they're doing. They're doing enough to express their displeasure without doing too much that they lose the check entirely.
Social media.
Anyways, thank y'all so much for y'all time. Can't wait to see y'all next season. We're coming.
First 4
I'm
episodes.
happy y'all on the same page. We're
Macy
on.
Mace.
So, bye-bye. You want to say bye to your peeps? Bye, T-Squad. Love y'all.
Bye to all the Mars soldiers. And remember,
Muscle.
how you know you're a Mars soldier is if you're highly intelligent, if you understand wit, if you have thick skin. Hold on. MJ, you want to come out for a second? Just say hi.
Why are they trying to
here,
bring
dude.
their kids on now? They never bring their kids on.
Goodness, man. Goodness.
It's feeling like these folk are getting
Say hi.
inspired.
Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
He's controlling and narcissistic, just like they said on TV.
Nice.
You're such a jerk, man. You're such a jerk.
Nice. I'm not actually mad at him.
Macy don't like me no more. So
Nice.
Macy, she
You
don't.
can quote me too.
Macy don't like me till it's time for money. So whatever. Hey, Mace.
Yes.
Come here for a second.
Why?
Just come here for a second.
Yeah, Macy ain't having it. She's like, why? He has all the sass.
Your hair looks pretty. Come here.
He's like, do not involve me in this BS. Leave me out of it.
Used to be my girl. She
Yeah,
used to be
she-
daddy's girl. You gonna say hi?
Look at her rolling her
Hey, y'all.
eyes.
Macy's like the best actor in the world. You smell good. Did you take a bath?
Yes.
You see? She does not want to be bothered. Leave her alone.
But I still love her. I still love her. All right,
Leave
y'all.
her
We're done.
alone.
Macy broke my heart. All right, peace. She's at that age, right? When does it come? When does she come out the age?
That is so
She's in my
cringeworthy,
girl.
honestly.
Damn, man. She's on.
So cringeworthy. Tennessee girl, thank you so much. I really enjoyed myself with you guys today as well. Make sure you have a wonderful day, Tennessee girl. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And guys, so we have like to talk about really quickly before you guys go. I want to talk to you guys quickly about the whole Phaedra and Heavenly situation. I feel like Heavenly is always doing the most. And I feel like Heavenly is Dr. Jackie's lab rat, not even lab rat. What do you call it? Can't even remember the word right now. I guess I'm tired. That's what 3 hours of speaking on live can do to you. But I feel like Heavenly is Jackie's dog. She constantly talks about whatever it is that Jackie wants to talk about. Like, for instance, the whole Phaedra thing, making it seem like Phaedra is not going to pull her weight with the donation thing. And then Phaedra actually ended up pulling the money out and writing a check, only for Dr. Heavenly to make it seem like Phaedra did not pay, the check bounced. But Phaedra is like, I'm with it. Phaedra showed us the receipts. She provided something that showed confirmation that really it was debited out of her account. And I'm glad she did that. And she also showed the date. The date of the check that was written, you can see the 7th of the 8th, 2024. And it's interesting because it's like, how can she do all of that? And then for you to be out here lying on that woman, making it seem like she didn't drop the money when indeed she did, I just think is horrible. It's like, why are you lying? And the other thing is like, I feel like she's only fighting Jackie's battles. And what audacity does Jackie have, knowing fully well that it was the whole donation thing wasn't going so well. Well, at least they were able to raise some money, but they weren't able to raise as much as they needed to. So Phaedra wrote the check. The other girlies that her friends, Jackie's friends, did not drop the cash. Yet Phaedra did that. And yet you're now allowing Heavenly to be out here making it seem like Phaedra didn't pay the money. when you could have literally come out to say, actually, Phaedra paid, there's no issue with the check didn't bounce. You didn't do that. And that's my issue with Jackie. Jackie lets Phaedra get in the crossfire with Heavenly. Jackie lets Heavenly just go and do whatever and say whatever she feels like saying with no consequences, even if it has something to do with her. Jackie knows fully well that she's the one that started and put the battery in Phaedra's back, not in Phaedra, in Heavenly's back. Yet, after everything came out that it was a lie, even before it came out that it was a lie, Jackie could have just said, I just want to clear something up real quick. Heavenly is my friend. However, Phaedra did, in fact, pay this, and this was given to the charity straight away and was deducted. She could have cleared it up, but she didn't. It's like, why would you let Heavenly go out and be saying things like that when you know that's not true, especially when it has to do with charity? It's not fair. It doesn't make sense. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm not really enjoying this season of Married to Medicine. I feel like they're overdoing things. I think they're overproducing stuff. I feel like Heavenly is overdoing things this season. I've never really checked or seen it for Heavenly, but I feel like she's getting worse this season, in my opinion. It just feels like she is going out of her way to overdo things for the sake of creating drama on the show. But the show did not need drama. When Mariah Hulk was on the show, it was funny, it was witty, there was drama that came naturally, but it did not feel overproduced. It just felt like it was natural. But now I just feel like it feels forced. Elaine Miyu says Elaine is so messy, she can't deal with her, and she's Dr. Jackie's lapdog. Yes, Heavenly is Dr. Jackie's lapdog. That's exactly the word I was looking for. It's like anything and everything Dr. Jackie wants to do and say to someone else, Heavenly is the one that does that. Heavenly is like, don't worry, I'm going to be out here and fight this person for you. I agree with what Mariah said in an interview with Carlos King, where she was like, Jackie is the real villain of the show. And is. Because how do you let your friend lie on somebody about a charity that you're involved in? Which gives me the impression, one, can you really say that you genuinely cared about the charity? Because if you cared about the charity, you would have come out with a statement to clean it up and clear it up straight away. You don't need that nonsense when it comes to a charity. You don't need that. Any charity that you have affiliations with, you don't need that. So, one, you can't have cared about the charity that much. You couldn't. Because you wouldn't allow somebody to spew lies and make it seem like you guys did not raise the money that you guys were planning to raise for that charity, when in fact that was not the truth. So I am actually I'm not disappointed in Jackie. This is how Jackie rolls. She's run under the radar for such a long time. People don't really know who she is. She's managed to kind of keep it very hush hush and sort of act like she ain't about that life and she's a sweetheart and stuff like that. But I don't believe that for a second. I will take Simone shouting ass over Jackie personally. Because at least I feel like with Simone, you know exactly where you stand. With Jackie is that silent person that is dealing with you behind you and you don't know it is her. You're probably out here thinking, oh, Jackie and I are cool. But Jackie is out here talking to anyone who cares to listen behind you. Because for me, I'm just like, why were you talking to everybody except Phaedra about how you felt about Phaedra not pulling her weight with the event? I think the way Jackie made it seem to Phaedra is about the donations. If you needed her to do anything else but make sure the donations of $100,000 was met, you could have said to her, Phaedra, I need you to do this, this, and this for the event. Instead, you told her about the donations. She's like, if you can't raise it, I will cover the money. It's not a lot of money. So I just don't think Jackie was, I feel like Jackie had ill intentions, if I'm being honest. And that much is obvious. But anyways, guys, I am tired. You know, right after I finished work and I came on live for you guys. So I am knackered. So I do want to drop off now. But I want to say thank you so much to everyone who came out tonight. You guys showed up, you guys showed out. Like, I really never used to like doing live videos, but you guys actually show up every time I do live videos, even though I never plan it. Sometimes I even go live when most of you guys aren't even live or around based on my analytics, but that's the only time that I'm free, right? So I really thank you for making the effort. I really thank you for every single one of you for being in the comments. I want to thank you. Thank you so much, sis. You were really in the comments today, and I really appreciate you. And to think like you're a new subscriber, you just subscribed today, I thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And yeah, thank you, Tennessee girl. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Renita. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Kat. I hope I didn't miss anyone that has really been in the comments today. Thank you, Braylon, for coming in. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you, Elite Social T. Thank you all. And I'm sorry if I missed you out. I thank you. I really appreciate you for coming in. Please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Tap that bell button so you know every single time that I post. Also, guys, I've posted a lot of content. Honestly, guys, last week I was posting content out regularly, and some of you guys may have not caught that. So please go back and watch that. Renita is saying, I agree with you about Dr. Jackie. Same with Simone. Yep, 100%. I feel like Dr. Jackie is really the true villain. And I feel like they need to stop letting her hide. If you're gonna be the villain, come forward. Let's see who you really are. You can't continue to hide behind Dr. Jackie. Not Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly. You can't keep on hiding behind Dr. Heavenly. Let's see who you are. Stand in your truth, and people that will love you, people that will hate you will hate you. I just don't think it's okay for her. I'm sure she's probably the most well paid on the show, yet she does nothing but put batteries in Dr. Heavenly's back, in my opinion. So I think they really need to let her work very well for that chick, in my opinion. Mii says, well, I really enjoyed your life and I think you should do them more often. I will absolutely do that for you. I will actually come live a little bit more. I think maybe if I can, I will try to schedule 2 lives a week if I can, and then come live as well in between whenever I can as well. So maybe if I do 2 and you know that I am coming at certain times, then you guys can like prep for it and stuff. And then I'll just like also come live whenever I'm free, even if it's like 1 hour here and stuff. Just come and hang out with you guys. But yeah, Renita is saying, have a great day. I enjoyed this and hung out while working. Oh, amazing. Initially, I was thinking like maybe people can't join whilst working, but it's good to know that you can at least still listen and hang out whilst working. So I'm going to start doing a little bit more live now that I know that you guys are coming and you guys are going to show up. So please, everyone, hit that subscribe button. It is like 9:39 p.m. for me tonight, and I have an early start tomorrow. So I'm going to leave you guys. Have a wonderful evening or wonderful day wherever you are at. Don't forget to watch some of my old videos that I've posted this week. Also, Replay Gang, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Please, as you watch this video, don't forget to like and make sure you don't miss the live next time. We've had a good old time today. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.